Self-destruct in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Cinco Squad. Cinco Squad. Cinco Squad.
What's up, everybody? Happy 2022 NFL Draft. Pat is going all over the place right now.
I'm rushing, man. I'm rushing.
This is Cinco Squad NFL Draft 2022 version. Welcome, guys. Can't wait to get started with this draft. We're about 15 minutes away here from the first pick. How you guys doing this evening?
A little nervous.
I'm feeling hopeful. Super Bowl run starts now.
When does it end?
Yeah, Pat.
10 years from now?
Again.
Well, everybody needs to, right?
Hey. We got our one. Leave us alone, Mike.
We got the
As you can tell, we got Eagles versus Giants this evening. We'll be on for as long as the draft is tonight, guys. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be going over all the picks, going over some cool games we have going on this evening, like who drafted who, 5 top athletes that we think could be NFL draft picks, and then Mike has a cool one. Mike, you want to just explain that one?
Yeah. So we're gonna go with a little thing that I titled "They Drafted Who," which is we're gonna go over a previous NFL draft, which the guys don't know what draft I picked because I didn't want anybody to be tempted to look up the draft and have previous reactions to who it was. But I think I got a good one.
Perfect.
Can we get a hint?
Yeah, we're live now. Can you give us at least a hint so we can
a
think?
hint? We've all been alive for it.
Well, I hope so.
Oh, all right. There's 30 years there.
Fine. It's post 2000.
Post 2000.
Okay. All right.
So now my whole life. Okay, sounds good.
Hey, I also want to bring up, guys. I
What's
thought
that?
about it very, very generously. If the Eagles do not take a wide receiver today, we have 2 picks. If they don't take a wide receiver, I'm smashing that helmet in the street. It's a signed Jalen Reagor helmet. It's gone. It'll be obliterated. It'll be live.
I don't know why you have it to begin with.
Because really, those helmets are $30, and it was a $20 helmet.
Pat, go
with
Pat,
an
go
autograph on it.
Pat, go get it and bring it to the screen so we can see it.
Oh, you want to see it? All right, you want to see
Yeah,
how
I
bad
can't
it
see
is?
it.
Please let us see it.
I don't know if I can receive it, like the signatures on it.
All right, now that Pat's gone.
Yeah. Let's talk football.
Well, that's the helmet that he spent $30 on, and he's going to smash it.
For a fail.
If the Eagles do not take a receiver. But Pat, we'll get into that a little bit later about who takes who and everything like that.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to say that this has been like one of the lowest talked about drafts.
Yeah, it's not
I've heard. Well, there's not a lot of great. You know why it's not a lot of hype? Because there's no set quarterback to go 1, 2, 3 or a top 3 quarterbacks, and that's sad to me because I'm a defensive guy. And at the end of the day, I love seeing a defensive game and everything like that. So me seeing this draft, I'm actually more excited. Obviously, my boy from Michigan's, gonna go number 1. So
he should go number 1. He should.
Just let him drop.
He should.
No, he's not dropping that far, Mike.
I want him to get to 5.
But
can we go over who's got the top 5 picks right now?
What? Who could be? Who could be? Who could be athletes?
Just drafting? Who's just
Jacksonville?
The teams.
Top 5 picks. Jacksonville. You're talking about Jacksonville, Detroit, Houston, and the Giants.
The Giants, yeah.
I think honestly, I think Mel Kiper has got like anybody that the mock drafts are pretty set. I think it's going to go Hutchinson, Walker. I can't say his name from NC State, but Evan Neal and Gardner. The only thing, actually, Aquanu. Mike is our Hickey. Honestly, like I don't see Gardner. I see Gardner being the only change. I think he could go number 3, and Icky could go number 5. If that's how you say his name.
Saucy?
Yeah, Sauce Gardner. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, your favorite player, Sauce.
John, you know I've been talking about him today, man.
I know. Pat loves his sauce.
He hasn't given up a touchdown in his college career. That's crazy as a cornerback.
Okay, so, I mean, who do you feel is the top 5? Do you feel like the top 5 that's already been played out pretty much is just top 5 right now?
It's basically right there. A little mix and match, but I think the top 5 is there, but they might mix around the teams. If Hutchinson isn't number 1, I'm shocked.
Well, no, not really. Let's hold on. Trayvon Walker is definitely a great defensive end. I'm not going to back away from that. I mean, he's a great defensive end.
Hutchinson is the cream of the crop right now. And if you're rebuilding like the Jaguars have to rebuild after Urban Meyer's era, it's Hutchinson.
But like that's the crazy thing about this year's draft though, is that there's so many names listed for potentially going first overall. I mean, there's Hutchinson, there's Walker,
Thibodeaux.
There's Thibodeaux, there's Evan Neal, there's Icky. There's Charles Cross from Mississippi State, another offensive tackle.
Yeah,
some people think that Jacksonville might. I mean, there's rumors that some people in the front office in Jacksonville think he's the number 1 pick, that he's the best offensive lineman in the draft this year. I mean, I've seen Sauce Gardner go there. I've seen because Jacksonville can use all the help they can get. I have a weird feeling about this pick, though. It would not shock me. It would not shock me if somehow Jacksonville goes reaching and takes Drake London.
I think Riley agreed.
The wide receiver from
USC.
USC.
Disagree.
Boo.
It would not shock me.
Worst point in the podcast.
That was like impeccable timing right there. Mike said his word and then Riley started barking. But no, Mike, I mean, I've been hearing that too. I've been hearing anybody but Thibodeaux could be the number 1 pick. I mean, it's just such
crazy, man. Thibodeaux was the number 1 pick beginning of college season. He came back to school to prove
he didn't have a good combine, they were saying, which I think is crap. I think the combine's crap, to be honest.
But he was injured in the middle of the season. The biggest knock on him right now is that he's not a all football guy because he created his own cryptocurrency. Dude, it's bullshit. Yeah. Tom Brady is the biggest guy on crypto right now. Has his own workout regimen.
Yeah, but Tom Brady's also back. You can't. Okay, hold on. You can't compare. You can't compare the 23-year, 7-time Super Bowl champion to a guy who hasn't even won a national title.
Right.
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying.
Like other guys can have other interests in football and still be an elite football player.
I got you.
You know, Mike, Boston Scott rips your team apart every year. He's in a G League.
Yes, yes. En route to, your 2 wins every season. Yes.
And Boston Scott is the reason we win.
Yes.
And he's on
Can't
Twitch.
beat anybody else.
I mean, dude, I would easily draft Thibodeaux top 5.
Well, right now, they just were announcing that the Eagles can make some picks. Now, here's what I don't like: is we go and gain all these picks to develop the team and develop the team around Jalen. Jalen's the guy. Jalen. I hear this all the time.
Sure.
So you're going to go and we're not going to just talk NFC East, everyone. So don't worry. We're not,
even though there's no other conference.
The NFC East, yes.
But we got 2 first-round picks. Mm-hmm. We got a bunch of second round. From what I'm hearing is that they would trade away our 2 first round, and the next 2 after that, I think it's a second and a third for Thibodeaux. He's not worth 4 picks, in my opinion.
No.
If Howie goes and does that, my thoughts already on Howie. Everyone thinks he's the god of all the Eagles, but he's not.
Disavow. No.
But okay,
he's not my GM after that.
So let's talk about one thing that I was actually shocked to see, because I was getting a haircut today and I was talking to my barber about the Dolphins, and I was like, he goes, when do the thank you. Shout out to Fade County in Miami if you're ever in Miami. So the Dolphins don't have a pick until I believe the 3rd round or end of the 2nd round or 3rd round, 101st pick.
Yeah.
I find that very, very odd. I know they traded away most of them for Tyreek Hill, but that's crazy to me. Like, how are you going to build? That's a big eye opener. Now, let's be honest. I mean, the draft isn't the end all be all of your teams, right? So, right. I mean, look at the Bucs, look at everything and like that. But how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about a team not having a pick until the late rounds?
I never like it. If it's me, if I put my I guess you could, as they say, put your GM hat on and think about how you would run a team, I would never want to not have a 1st round pick, because having a 1st round pick allows you at least a good opportunity to get a really good player at somewhere on your team. Yeah, a lot, you have good picks, you have bad picks, stuff like that, but you make sure you have an opportunity at the top 32 players in the draft. And so I would always want that. I would hate not having a 1st round pick aside from getting Tyreek Hill and stuff like that,
I just want to.
I mean, Tyreek Hill is definitely the outlier in this situation right here. If you have an ability to get a guy like Tyreek who can literally game break, I would almost trade anything to get that.
Yeah, but do you feel wide receiver can only do so much, right? So unfortunately, would you have rather seen them gone after a quarterback for a trade instead of a receiver like that, who we have seen notoriously, Wes Welker, the same heights. I'm not saying they're the same talent. I'm saying height and size. He's been beat up pretty good over the past 5 or 6 years. So do you feel that he's that's a risky pick right there? That's a risky trade to dump most of your draft picks?
Not really.
So okay.
My thought behind it is, this is the Dolphins organization saying, Tua, this is your chance. You have Jalen Waddle, you have Mike Gesicki, now you have Tyreek Hill. We went for Chase Edmonds. We have an offensive-minded coach. If you cannot produce, we're moving on. I think that's the Dolphins organization saying, Tua, get your shit together, man.
I agree, and I think it's a mistake. I think it's an absolute mistake. I said it I said in his draft year, I said that Tua wasn't going to be an NFL starting quarterback for very long.
Right.
I never trusted that hip, ever. I don't like picking a quarterback who is known to one of his main skill sets is to scramble, had major hip surgery.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And he's undersized for what a traditional NFL quarterback has, especially compared to the fact that linebackers are the size of 80s and 90s DNs.
And they'll catch up to you.
And are as fast as receivers.
Yeah. I'm going to disagree with that, but we have some comments in the thing. I think the one was Pat. I think he said he hit the wrong cancel button.
Yeah, and then I hit the wrong comment button.
Thanks, Cinco Squad, for joining. My brother, Chris Dalbo joined in. Thanks, Chris. Just want to stop by. So the stream looks great. Awesome, Chris. Thanks for viewing. Appreciate it. I just wanted to get our comments in there, even though 2 were Pat.
They're there.
So now, do you feel that I kind of disagree with the whole size thing? I feel like we've beat up that size comparison when it comes to quarterbacks nowadays. I feel like there's been a lot of quarterbacks that have. I mean, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, isn't Patrick Mahomes one of them? I mean, isn't he only like 6 foot 6'1" down there, or is he taller?
No.
You go right to Drew Brees with the size.
You go Drew Brees. You go Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
You go. I mean, you go.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's the height. I think it's more or less when it comes to Tua. His arm strength, number one, and the other thing is just kind of being. And it goes back to my biggest thing. He was drafted into a really shitty situation. He wasn't a team that was like built for him. And I feel like that's a major conversation that a lot of people don't like to have is a lot of teams, they go after all these people. And yes, of course, your star receivers, that'll always help a quarterback. But you don't build the team around the quarterback. That's why Carson failed so miserably in Philadelphia. I know Pat will disagree with me on that, but but we didn't build anything around him. After he got hurt,
they didn't give him weapons. You got to give him weapons.
So
and
like
that's what Mike McDaniel right now with the Dolphins is doing. He's giving Tua weapons. If you give your quarterback weapons to do good in offense,
let's see if that worked though.
After that, no, yeah, definitely
would have been nice to have a first round pick to pick one of those offensive linemen though.
Yeah, agreed.
Sure.
I mean,
they had Tunsil. They got rid of Tunsil.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
They lucked into Tunsil.
It's a change of regimen too. Like,
boys,
Brian Flores is gone. So
yep. The Jaguars are on the clock.
They are almost every year.
I don't know. I do have that weird feeling about Jackson. Yeah, I have that weird feeling about Jacksonville. They might just go get Lawrence a weapon.
But I feel like
that'd be a shock, man. That'd be a shock.
You think he's going receiver?
I'm thinking Drake London from USC. I got a weird feeling.
But he'd be a vet. Like
way. They gave so much money. They gave so much money to Christian Kirk. They can't.
It wouldn't. I'm saying it wouldn't surprise me. And the thing is, they don't have another first round pick.
Well, you don't need a first round pick. Oh, they don't have another. I got you.
They don't have another.
I meant like on their team. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I was like,
didn't they just
need a first round pick to be successful?
They got your.
I thought you meant like the actual play.
No. Didn't they just lose DJ Chark? I think he signed somewhere else.
They did.
Yeah, Detroit. So they don't really have like a number one, so it would not shock me. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Dude, they paid Christian Kirk like a number one. He's the reason the wide receivers just offset
getting money. Yeah.
Devontae Adams, Tyreek. It's all because of Christian Kirk.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the Jaguars have I mean, if you think that, drafting one player, I mean, I believe that drafting a defensive end and or a defensive player is the key for Jacksonville right now. When you lost Ramsey a few years ago, when you lost all those off of that playoff team, I believe they beat Buffalo that year.
Yeah, I don't think there's any members of that defense in Jacksonville.
That was last year?
That was Josh Allen being Josh Allen. Yeah, that was last year.
No, it wasn't. They didn't beat the Jaguars last year. The Jaguars didn't even make the playoffs.
No. Oh, you're talking playoffs. No, that was when they beat the Steelers. Trey would know.
Saxonville.
That's when they lost the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, when it comes down to it, I think that Jacksonville's got to go defense because I think defense wins game at the end of the day, and that's what I'm going to live and die on. I think going receiver would be really stupid. Not that what you're saying, Mike, is stupid, But
If they did it would.
if they did it, I don't agree with that because I think Drake will be there no matter what.
It is
Well,
Jacksonville.
I was just gonna say it's the most Jacksonville thing if they did the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Trevor needs
true.
a weapon.
True.
So the way they should start off with Doug Peterson at the helm, they should go with a just most consistent player, Hutchinson. There we go.
You know, well, I mean, the top 10 is all very, very consistent. You know, so I think that. I mean, Mike and your Giants got 2 picks inside the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's go to the Lions. You know, looking at them, who do you feel is like the best player that they could? I mean, they had a great end of the season. Let's be honest. I like the Lions.
Mike, you got a thought on this?
Hold on, guys. I think the pick is in.
No way.
I don't know. They're bringing out the Raiders players.
Never mind. Sorry, they're back on the clock, everyone.
Mike, who do you think the Lions are taking? Because I'm about to contradict myself.
I think they should take the best defensive lineman available. I think they will take Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
You want all offense. I like it, man.
Yeah, the quarterback.
You think they
should take a quarterback? They do have
there's a lot of rumors I've heard that say they're going to take a quarterback.
Yeah,
they don't.
I think they'll do that. Pick 32nd though.
I don't know, man. I think that's very. I don't think that because I think Kenny Pickett's going to be there. Like in my own head, I think Kenny Pickett's going to be there. Like all these quarterbacks are all third round and up picks.
I agree, but
I get you.
I think there's going to be teams that jump at getting a quarterback.
So Mike thinks
it'd be a mistake.
Mike goes London Drake London or Drake London, and
London
then Kenny Pickett, London Drake, whatever.
Doesn't really matter.
Difference of Canadian Drake, the rapper.
So, okay, Mike, I gotta ask you who the third pick is.
Let's see, Houston. I think in my mock in which Drake London and then Kenny Pickett go 1-2, then Texans take Hutchinson.
Oh wow!
Wow,
that would be such a terrible situation.
See,
that would be such
Hutchinson.
I'd love to make him drop to 5th, but like I've said, but
you're speaking in
I'm speaking it new existence. Yeah.
There you go.
What I'm saying is Hutchinson should be number 1. But I do think
if he makes it to 2, if Detroit doesn't take him,
they're crazy. Dude, he's from Michigan. Go to Detroit.
Yeah, that's been the
big down here. It's going to go to Pittsburgh.
So here's my take. Real quick on a question that I've been thinking about. And I asked you guys this many times on a sidebar before we get on the show and everything like that. Do you feel like as a top player, do you want to be number 1? Like really, sit there and think about that for a second. Do you want to be the first one called? The reason why I ask that because if you're so talented, wouldn't you want to go to someone that's a contender? Look at all these players. They go sign 3-year deals, and then they go ahead and then they gotta wait out their time. Then they end up signing with a good team at one point. If their team doesn't do well as it is. So if you're a top player, do you want to go? Do you tank the combine and tank your pro day to get drafted and then just kind of show out?
No.
Team?
I think
not tank it completely. But I'm asking, do you want to go first? Would you want to go first?
It depends on who's picking first. Depends on who's picking first.
Well, yeah, of course.
Right.
If I was in if I was in Trevor Lawrence's situation, maybe not, because obviously Jacksonville has not been able to put, besides that 1 year, they have not been able to really put a great team on the field.
Right.
But if I was in Joe Burrow's situation where Cincinnati was already putting pieces together, then I might be more interested in being drafted by them.
Okay.
I mean, it's really hard to say because like Joe Burrow
also the money.
The money is big aspect, but in Joe Burrow's case, dude threw for like what 60 touchdowns,
Something like that. Yeah.
like you can't plan that.
Yeah.
So whatever you do in a combine, it doesn't matter. You won a national championship, you were undefeated, and you had the best college career of any quarterback.
Yeah.
You're going to be
With
number
a team
one
picking
overall.
first that needs a quarterback.
Exactly.
And this goes back to my biggest point about the combine. I think it's ridiculous because I don't think it's realistic. Like, yeah, you can bench 225 30 times. That's great. So can I.
Right.
You know, like, what is that going to do for you? Yeah, you're strong. That's basically what it shows is you're strong.
Right.
You can lift up.
I listened to a
know,
podcast with Todd McShay, and he said,
Trader.
it wasn't on our podcast, I'll tell you. But he
Although
said,
if Todd wants to come on.
hey, I'm totally welcome that. But he said the bench press holds no matter to any team. It's just something there for the optics. Like, yeah, why wouldn't it be? Like the what is it, 3-cone shuttle?
Yeah.
That's only used for offensive linemen, defensive linemen. How quick can you be in a small space? And then everything else
Actually, I like those drills, though.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Because I think those drills help with foot skills and everything. My biggest thing is like, you know, the 40 is great and all. Like, yeah, dude's fast, great.
It's
you
fun,
know,
man.
but
It's just fun to watch. It's one of those ones that's fun to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, I just, you know, I like when you enter, unless you're a receiver or a running back or sometimes a quarterback, whenever you're running 40 yards straight down the field, like, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know,
John Ross, Mike knows.
His one touchdown as a Giant
What's he doing lately?
was like a 50-yard bomb to the middle of the field that he just outran the
craziest thing about John Ross is if he wore Adidas cleats, he would have got his own private island. And the dude wore Nikes.
Yeah.
You remember that ad?
What ad?
Adidas said, if you just got to wear our cleats, if you get the fastest 40 time ever, we'll give you a private island. John Ross ran it, and he wore Nike cleats. What are you doing, dude?
So let's. We got about 6 minutes on the clock, and you know the first 10 picks are going to go the full
10, yeah.
Full 10 minutes which is ridiculous in my opinion.
Crazy.
So when the picks in, we'll stop what we're doing and kind of listen to the pick and see who it goes. I mean, it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson. So, Mike, I think we should start off with 5 athletes that we think are going to be 5 athletes across all sports that we think could be, NFL draft combine ready, those type of things. So,
okay.
Pat, go first.
Who would be my overall athlete to play in the NFL?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what sport. It could be hockey, football, soccer, tennis, whatever. I mean, it could be whatever.
Are you guys ready for this?
Okay.
Aaron Judge from the New York Yankees.
Okay.
The dude's already played football in his career.
Popular choice.
And
Popular choice.
He's just got the size. I wasn't expecting to go first 101 overall on this. So I had backups, but Aaron Judge was there. I'm taking him.
Okay. Okay. Who's next?
Oh, I'm doing all 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do all 5.
Just run through your list.
All right. So number 2 would be Chris Paul. I would want him as my quarterback. He's a point guard for the Phoenix Suns, one of the best teams in the NBA right now, and has the best sight of the court. And I feel like that could translate to the NFL level.
Okay.
All right, here's where things get a little shaky, boys. I'm going Marcus Smart. I could see him being a safety.
It's a smart pick.
Deep. Thank you. Play on words there.
Yeah, I rolled my eyes at you.
I saw it. I didn't acknowledge it though.
I see that. All right. Before you make that next pick, we got our 4th member about to join, but go ahead and make your 4th pick and we'll let him in, all right?
All right, 4th pick. I feel like Mike's gonna like this. Mike Trout.
Okay. I thought about it. for my baseball guy. Yep.
He could either be a linebacker or a running back. He's got that size, man, and he's just consistent.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The pick is in.
Pick is in.
You go ahead with your fifth. But I'll let you know when Goodell comes out. But go ahead.
All right, the fifth one might be controversial, also might be popular. It's one of those. Usain Bolt as a running back.
Yeah.
Or
We
a kick
already saw
returner.
that. A running back?
Yeah.
Not a receiver? Not a receiver?
Dude, I would give him
No,
the ball.
give him the ball and
just
run.
Outrun everyone. Or a kick returner. He'd be like a Devin Hester. Better.
Josh Cribbs.
All right.
Devin Hester's a Hall of Famer, though.
Let's welcome everybody. Our fourth member, Jamie Peterkin, Jamie P, Grandpa J, whoever we want to call
Old
today.
man Jay.
Old man Jay. What up, Jay?
What up? What's
Got
going
that
on?
good
Jay is
set in the
probably the
background.
best one, man.
That's good.
All right.
So,
I like
Jay,
the
we're doing.
Usain Bolt pick. That's a smart one. You're right. You can put him anywhere on the field. It doesn't matter. He's like Dabo on steroids, man.
Usain Bolt? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, Jay, right now the pick is in. So we'll go to the next person. We're doing the 5 athletes who would make it in the NFL right now. So we'll do that for when Detroit's on the clock, but the pick is in right now. And right now, Mike, me and Pat are saying Aiden Hutchinson going 1. Mike thinks Drake London's going 1.
London?
Isn't that
wild, man?
would that not be the most Jacksonville pick ever?
But let's go.
That would be
quick.
the most. That would be
Jay,
the most.
Jay, go
Jacksonville
quick.
pick.
Jay, go quick and tell me who you think is going 1, real quick before Goodell comes out.
Without looking.
Hurry up.
Anyone from Georgia? The
All
entire
right.
Georgia defense. They're taking the whole defense at 1.
They'd want to, yeah.
I can't say.
Bro, you threw me off with that Drake London thing, man. I'm like, what is this kid talking about, Drake London? But you're right. Jacksonville will be Jacksonville undrafted.
Yeah.
So the pick is in, and Jacksonville is taking Trayvon Walker from Georgia, as we all, because that has surfaced over the past few hours.
That's
Actually, the whole
pick.
day. I mean, that's not a bad pick. I mean, that's a
No.
good pick for them. He has been dominant all year.
It's not a bad pick. It's just not the right one.
But I don't think there is a wrong one, Pat. I don't think there could be a wrong one there.
Dude,
You know?
Hutchinson is pumped to stay in Detroit.
Yeah, he'll get to go to Detroit.
He is pumped. I'm letting you know that right now.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you?
Look,
Why wouldn't you? I mean, this works out. This goes back to what I was saying. Do you want to be number 1 drafted, or do you want to, go to like you said, to Detroit, where he's grown up and where he's played his last 5 years? Like Trayvon Walker's like what? He played at Georgia, and he's only like what 3-4 hours away from Athens. Like it's not a bad area for him, and I don't think that's a bad pick.
Look, you know, it happens in basketball too sometimes, right? The national championship sort of effect where you get to see these kids on the biggest stage, and then all of a sudden they perform in this huge game. And I don't know if Walker had the kind of numbers as consistent as some of the other guys around him, but when you're a freakish athlete and you do freakish things on the field under the big bright lights, people take notice of that. And I think a big thing for Jacksonville right now is they need to get fans in those seats. Yeah. So they need excitement, and they need someone who's a playmaker. And this kid has all the right tools to be that sort of playmaker for them. And you know what? They gambled on so much in free agency this year and spent a lot of money where they shouldn't have spent it. Just like Mike said, they're gonna do the unorthodox thing. I mean, people knew he probably was gonna go first, but you know, that right now they're just doing anything they can to build that brand up again because Tampa and the Dolphins are the teams in Florida right now, and Jacksonville is way behind. And the AFC didn't get any worse this year; it got 10 times better. So
I think they got Urban Meyer cloudy fog. They got to reset themselves, man.
Can we just talk about how Detroit's pick is already in, and it didn't go to 10 minutes?
Easy.
It's got to be.
Well, I know it's easy, but every year I've watched the draft. The first 5 picks go the full clock every time.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. You're right.
So, like, I know it's easy, but you know,
Hutchinson is going to play for Dan Campbell, and he's going to be so ecstatic to be on that team. Man
Ooh.
cave.
Are you guys seeing some updates that the Texans are trying to move up to take Pickett?
Yep. But I don't know why. They're already right there.
Yeah, they're right there.
Number 3.
What do you mean move up?
I don't know.
Wait,
They're not going to take him.
Hold on.
I think they're trying to make another move. Not take
Wait,
him
I
third.
did say that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Mike's second pick was Pickett.
Yeah.
It's Detroit.
Crazy.
They'd be insane to not take Hutchinson at this point.
Hey,
But
we talked about Jacksonville being Jacksonville.
Mike,
the Texans
Mike-
are going to Texans too.
Mike, if they take Pickett, you're going off. I can't. You're gone. You're going to do the show by
I'm
yourself.
watching them get the pick right now, so we'll see.
All right, here we go. We're rolling. Or roaring,
Pick is
as
it.
Detroit would say.
Rolling. We
By
rolling.
the way, everybody,
rolling.
I'm ahead of them, so I can't say.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do this to Mike.
Well, Mike, I'm
And
ahead of you in beer,
No,
so I'll
it's-
tell you what.
So for the second pick in the NFL draft, Aiden Hutchinson from my Michigan Wolverines.
Surprise.
Hey,
The
congrats,
fourth place
Detroit.
team.
You just put butts in the seats because you got your hometown hero.
There you go, man. That's how it's done.
Let's get it.
He's playing
Let's
for
get it,
Dan
man.
Tara.
He did stand out as in that butt whooping versus Georgia. He did stand
Ohio
out though,
State.
a lot.
The
Against that game, but I
Ohio
was live. I was live in that game. Like I'm talking about when I was live at the game against Georgia. Like he was the only one that stood out. I get it that we got our butt
Oh,
kicked,
yeah.
but like he was one of the only ones that I saw like really stepping up and really like going like really balls to the walls, as people would say.
All right, so
He is
here's
that
the real.
dude, man.
Here's going to be. This should be the instant debate right now, right? Shouldn't Jacksonville's priority to be protect Trevor Lawrence?
We said that in the beginning. We said that.
I mean, does
Yeah.
that have to be your priority right now?
Especially considering they're
Well, they got
They're
another
not
pick in
one
the
of-
first round, right?
Yeah.
no,
They don't have another first round. Do
they
they?
don't have another
No,
first
they
round
didn't have
pick.
first round. No.
There's 8 teams with multiple first round picks this year, and they aren't one of them.
That's a lot of teams with multiple.
That's a
picks.
lot of teams.
Yeah.
Did you guys speak about the fact that this is the 6th year in the row the Rams will not have a first round draft pick?
Yeah,
No, but
I kind of alluded to it.
he teased it. He teased it. But we talked about how the Dolphins. Sorry, go ahead, Pat.
No, you're right. With the Dolphins not having a pick, is it right or wrong not having a first round pick? And like the Rams,
And I think it's huge.
you don't need it.
Yeah.
It could
Well-
go either way, but the Rams proved
Let's.
little explicit. Fuck those picks, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, he's got to go.
Hey, that was the Rams GM's words. I'm air quoting.
But for a team like the Rams, you went and got superstars. You did the Tampa Bay way. You went and got superstars and stuff. So it's okay for you not to have it. The Dolphins don't have. They went and got Tyreek Hill. That's it. They've signed a few other things. I know that. I know.
Like
I know
I
they've
said,
signed
game
other.
breaker, man.
But they-
Tyreek's
but
a
they-
game breaker.
But I'm not gonna. They're still gonna. I think they're still gonna be 9-8 this year.
But listen, because they're probably in one of the hardest divisions in football right now. You know.
Yeah, but
whoa.
What?
We got 3 NFC East fans right here.
Pat,
Gonna put the AFC East.
Look, everybody. Look, the
Pat
AFC
sucks.
West. The AFC West is going to be the darling of everybody's talk for the entire preseason. All they're going to talk about is how good the AFC West is going to be and how good this division is. The best is it the greatest division ever? And but there's going to be a team that's a letdown, and I'm hoping it's not the Broncos because that would suck for us. But
Yeah, it's
if
the
you look at
Giants.
the East, right? You can't. I know you guys hate it, but Belichick doesn't coach his team out of the playoffs.
No,
Right? The
you're
Bills want to win this year. The Jets
You're right.
drafted really smart last year. Let's see what they do with the 4th pick. And right now,
They're trading it.
the Dolphins are as desperate as they can be to compete. I mean, they are desperate to compete in that division. I think that was the biggest reason why they went after Tyreek, because they had to do something. They had to make a splash. They had to bring in a superstar. If they didn't make that move, they're looking at being 4th in their division. They can't go backwards after making a terrible coaching move. Well,
Yeah.
you know, they have to, bro. It was like panic mode for them. I feel like that GM literally just went into panic.
Yeah,
mode.
but I don't
Everybody
think he
Tyreek
needed it. But I don't think it was needed as quickly. Look at like, okay, I can see, and this is what I was saying, and I'll say my statement, but the pick is in for the Texans, so most likely Goodell will come out here soon. But what I was saying before, Jay, is that I get that you were desperate. You were desperate to make a move, desperate to get the fans back on your side. But man, like, think about it a little. Take a step back. It's just like the Jets. I mean, the Jets are probably going to trade their 4th pick right now for Deebo Samuel. I think San Francisco is going to make that trade here come soon, because that's been the talk. That's been really heating up over the past few hours that I've been seeing.
You don't think they would have made it already? You don't think they would have already made it?
No, I mean, because he has to come out. I mean, I think it's like a game time decision. And I've been saying that.
That's not happening, dude. John Lynch will not let that happen.
Yeah, he's not budging on him, bro. He is not giving him away for anything.
He's going to try to repair that.
Listen to this, right?
But if you can go get a top receiver like Drake London, Drake London, whoever the hell his name is,
and he's a West, I get it. He's
or
a
go
West
get
Coast guy,
Thibodeaux,
I get it.
or go
or
get
Canadian Drake.
Bro, I get it. He's a West Coast kid, but why are you throwing away right now? Okay,
I don't agree with it.
I'm throwing a name out there, right? I'm throwing a name out there. This guy is the closest thing to Marshall Faulk that we've seen, but converted the other way, where whenever he touches the ball, great things are going to happen. And he proved that last season, right? Name one other player in the league right now, no matter where you line him up, he's going to get you production. Like, the last person to do that to me was Marshall Faulk. And he was in an offense that was loaded.
Wait, which one are you talking about? Jamie, like
Debo.
Tyreek or Debo?
No, Debo.
Because we're talking about
that sentence you can use for both those guys.
Yeah.
Tyreek and Debo.
So
Yeah.
the pick is in, and the Texans pick Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU, cornerback. So that's a good pick. I mean, I think it's going to be all defense. I think it's going to be mostly defense in the first 10 to 15 picks. And honestly, Pac, going back to what you were saying to me earlier about the Eagles, if they don't take a receiver. I think we need a receiver. I just don't think it's this draft. We had the receivers in the last few other drafts with Jefferson and Metcalf, and we decided to pick Arcega-Whiteside and Jalen Reagor. And I don't understand where that, Rookie of the Year, and I think Metcalf won Rookie of the Year too. So,
offensive
player of the year. So,
can I give you this fun fact? It's not that fun for me. DK Metcalf has more receiving yards than any Eagles receiver in the past 5 years in Lincoln Financial.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
No, it's not awesome. It's just reality.
It's not at all.
Really
no, Jamie, I agree. That's pretty awesome.
But I heard one of the pundits said that the Eagles will make the biggest splash in this draft and expect something.
They want to go after Thibodeaux.
Yeah.
They want to go after.
Pat,
but did you hear that Thibodeaux is now on the radar for them to trade up picks?
I would love it. We're getting closer to it. If he drops past the top 5, Howie's going to pull the trigger. Do it, Howie.
Last I heard, though, if he's there at 5, the Giants are taking him.
Thibodeaux?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't talk about the Giants, Mike.
So, Jets are on the clock. I think the Jets are there's a lot that the Jets need. I mean, it's just like the Jaguars. They need a lot. I mean, I think it was a real rough first season for Zach Wilson. And I think there was a lot of pressure put on him because of the top pick. And I get it's why you're a top pick. And Jay, I mentioned earlier that ultimately, when it comes down to it, do you really want to be the first pick? Is that really where you want to be?
Right.
And for Zach Wilson, in his instance, why would you? Why would you want to go to an organization that doesn't even know who their coach is every year, is very up and down? Who do you feel is the best fit right now for the Jets that can go in and make some splash for them? I think they need to go center or offensive line, but that's my thing.
I agree. And who should have been the first pick is still on the board. So
who's that? Who's that?
Kid from NC State. I always forget how to pronounce his last name.
Icky.
Yeah.
Icky.
Yeah, Icky. Yep.
Yeah, I think he'll go to the Jets. I think he'll go to the Jets.
I think if they're smart, that's the smart move here to protect your quarterback who showed a lot of signs of promise in a league where you got to have good quarterback play or in a division right now. So, but going back to the Dolphins thing, right? You don't think that was a big slap in the face to Jalen Waddle, who seemed to show a lot of promise in his first year? that he's a
It helps him.
No?
It helps him.
Yeah.
If anything, look at Travis Kelsey.
What do you
Tyreek
think,
helped.
Mike? Mike, I saw your face. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a slap in the face at all because they're two different types of receivers.
Yeah, but he's never. I think he wanted to have that kind of alpha, be the alpha of the offense, right? Like I think he has that sort of mentality as a football player. So
I can understand that, but he needs to take a step back and look at any successful NFL team now has more than one really good receiver.
True.
Green Bay Packers.
Like I said,
Jordy Nelson.
I said what I said.
Very good point. No,
yeah.
Good. Why would you want to be Jalen Waddle and have Tyreek Hill? Now you have the fastest marked miles per hour receivers in your offense.
Yeah.
Not to mention
huge.
with Hill on the roster, he's going to draw a lot more coverage than Devontae Parker.
100%. Like I see how
Waddle's
it
going to get
benefits
his
him.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I see how it benefits him. But I'm just saying, as a kid who showed a lot of splash right away, I mean, I didn't think he was going to be as good as he was going to. And look, I should not doubt Alabama products. I think right now we shouldn't doubt any receivers coming out of Alabama. I think the one thing that's a lock is if you're catching the ball in Alabama, you're going to do good in the NFL. So,
or running
now if you're a quarterback,
yes, sir.
Yeah,
quarterbacks are iffy. Yeah.
Wait, did you say running backs, John?
Yeah. They have five NFL running backs on one roster.
Yes, they do.
Alvin Kamara was the fifth best choice on their team. Man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you remember that Alvin Kamara was on the fifth?
Crazy.
Yeah, but everyone remembers him out of Tennessee.
Yeah,
I know, but like I'm saying, not a lot of people remember him being
Trent Richardson.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
Derrick Henry.
I
I raise you, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I raised you.
Yeah, really. I mean,
I raised you about a few feet, Derrick.
Even Mark Ingram. Even Ingram.
Ingram's still productive.
Ingram's still productive.
Up there, yeah.
I would have taken any one of them. I would have taken
Trent Richardson.
I would have taken Trent on a chance because of what he did on the field.
What did he do?
What do you mean? What a national title! Like he almost rushed for almost 2,000 yards,
bro. They wrote about.
I'm saying if you didn't,
if you don't know what he's gonna be,
Pat, I'm saying before he got drafted, like at the time we were pretty much. I think Westbrook era was over. I would have taken him on the talent.
Oh, gosh.
On the talent? Are you kidding me? Like on the talent. Like coming out of it, you're looking at it through the NFL eyes instead of the college eyes. Like before he went to the pros. But I'm saying before he got to the pros, like when he was with Alabama, like I would have definitely taken him.
Richardson.
He balls out at Alabama.
Here's the thing about like the college to the pro level. People were writing Tim Tebow into the Hall of Fame before he made a pro roster too.
Winning record. Don't test me on that Tim Tebow stat.
I'm just saying, man.
Do I gotta bring it out? Hold on, where is it?
This is why we need Trey on here. Because Trey would be like, yep, he fucked my life up. He fucked the Steelers up. Oh, explicit.
All right, Pat, you're done.
the pick is in.
I'm not done.
Oh, gosh. That's with you. So the Jets pick is in. They have taken Ahmad Gardner out of Cincinnati, a.k.a. Sauce.
Sauce, baby.
Sauce.
Right. You happy with that? Because he was predicted to go to your boys instead.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna. I think they're gonna go Thibodeaux next.
They're either going Thibodeaux or an offensive lineman.
Well, a lot of people are saying that kid out of FSU, Johnson's the best athlete in the whole draft.
Yeah.
Well, then get him at 7 then.
True.
You know who's gonna be a sleeper, Pat, that I see that we have in the third round is Cook from Georgia, the running back from Georgia.
Dalvin's brother.
Yeah.
And apparently Saucy walked a long way and almost walked into a wall. That's great.
Did you? I think there was an over/under on how many athletes are going to jump into the
Jets.
water at some point tonight. After they
What? What'd you say?
There was a prop bet on how many athletes are going to end up in the water tonight. How many draft picks are going to end up in the
really?
water? Yeah.
Why? They're not in the water.
Up earlier.
They could.
There's like near the stage. There's like some sort of. They said the way the
There's the
setup was. There's like a something
the
running near the
Bellagio.
stage where they can
They're
jump.
at the
in.
Bellagio, so there's fountains.
Yeah, something. Around.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a mile away. Trust me, I've stayed there.
So the Jets pick,
So
the Jets pick almost ran into a wall going the wrong way.
Yes.
What's that?
Yes,
the Jets pick almost ran into a wall going the wrong way, and he's supposed to be the guy covering.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Stephon Diggs.
Yep. Oh.
I do like Sauce Gardner, though.
So, Mike, who are you happy with now coming up here?
So
Evan Neal?
cool. I'd be cool with Thibodeaux. I'd be cool with Evan Neal, Iquanu, Charles Cross. I'd be cool with anybody that can do anything for the football team at all.
Well, they were saying today that if any team has to make picks that are going to hit right now, it has to be you guys. So which pick hits the hardest for you right now?
Thibodeaux.
100%.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thibodeaux, because at this point, with the fact that no offensive lineman has gone yet, you're going to get someone at 7.
Okay. Now, here's the one concern with Thibodeaux is off-field distractions, and he's shown at times he disappears for not an entire quarter, but an entire game after coming out hot. And they say a lot of that boils down to maybe something we don't know. Maybe he isn't. It's not that he's not the athlete that he is, but is he just playing the game at his pace and not really playing the game plan? You know, if you're not the
you want to ask the Oregon fan?
Go ahead.
All right, the dude was hurt all last year.
I get that.
He was the playmaker all last year.
But on film, he's been disappearing a lot
field.
when they say you really look at the film. He disappears for quarters at a time.
He disappeared when the team wasn't going anywhere, late season. And that's the momentum. He went back to win a championship and to position himself better in the draft.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess, but
if he's not going to play for a team that doesn't have anything to play for, what's going to motivate him? Money?
Exactly.
If that's the case, he should go to the Giants.
Go right ahead. Take your time. You don't want to play? Don't play. Don't worry about it.
Please tell me you guys teased Mike right away on not picking up Daniel Jones's 5th-year option as soon as the show started.
Oh no, I did not see that.
They're not picking up his 5th-year option. That's fine.
But were you surprised? No.
No.
I mean, honestly, all like signs show him leaving New York after this. So I don't know where he's going to go.
If he doesn't play well this year, next year is quarterback heavy. I knew they weren't going to take it.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if you think the Giants will take a quarterback this year, but I agree with you. Next year with quarterback heavy.
And Pat, not to dispute your pick, but Oregon finished first in the North for the Pac-12, and they played in the Pac-12 championship game,
which he sat out.
He shouldn't have been there.
He sat out the bowl game.
It's out of the bowl game.
He sat out their bowl game.
Yeah,
so
that's the other knock on him right now is that he sat out their bowl game.
I mean, I don't think that's a big knock. I mean, I think because everyone sits out their bowl games. Even like no one's that's the biggest thing is no one really plays in these bowl games unless that's why they're trying to expand the college football playoff ultimately so they can play more games.
The biggest talk was Matt Corral talking out about you should be there for your team, and he got injured, and that's going to hurt his draft stock.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, Mike, your team exactly knows how it is. I mean, what's his face from Notre Dame played in what was it, the Cotton Bowl, and ended up tearing his ACL against Ohio State.
Yep.
And it wasn't an important game. It's an important game to the rest of the team, and it brings a lot of revenue for the school, but it doesn't. Nice forehead.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I just looked up to see.
Hey, I think it's on brand for me if I go to a bathroom during the Giants pick.
Just about.
Oh boy! So, Mike.
Oh, who is this kid?
Maybe who's Mike? Is your heartbeat rapidly increasing by the second?
No, I expect him to make a mistake. That's fine.
Dum.
Fine.
It's
they're gonna make a mistake. They're gonna pick Kenny Pickett.
Jermaine Johnson.
Here we go.
Mike can't make a sound
No, I
because he's
can't.
ahead of us.
I can't. You're gonna subtle facial expressions will tell you how I feel about
All right, it's Jamie and I's show. So.
What's going on, bro? Sorry to
How
give
you
you
doing,
my
big bro?
head there a while ago.
No, it's all good. We'll give you 4 heads. Okay, there you go. There you go. So with the pick,
They haven't said it yet because they're letting some kid read it or something.
And a kid read the pick.
All right.
but I think that honestly, like this draft is a building draft. I think this isn't a draft where someone's gonna. And I agree with I think it was Kirk Herbstreit who was saying this draft is to build your roster and everything. I don't think it's something where you're going to get a guy that's going to come in and go. Let's say Kenny Pickett come in, throw 40 touchdowns, 5,000 passing yards, those type of things. You're not going to get it. You might, and that's okay, but they're low expectations. And
it's where you land, right? I mean, like, if anybody predicted Herbert would have the year he had just coming in after, I mean, what wasn't even supposed to be. It was sad. It was even sad how that all even went down, for him.
Yeah.
That whole situation was so mismanaged. But for him to come in and show that kind of maturity, and nobody had Herbert on their radar as being a top 3 quarterback in the AFC right now with that kind of caliber of quarterback in the AFC, and he's already landed. So I don't know.
Well, the Giants just took, and I'll let Mike say his pick. Go ahead, Mike.
With the 5th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, your New York Giants select Kayvon Thibodeaux, defensive end from Oregon. All right. You know what? That's fine.
Okay. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
So we could probably say best player on the board, right? They went with best available player.
Best. The supposedly highest ceiling of talent.
Right.
I would have went. If I was the Giants, I would have went either Icky or Evan Neal, offensive tackle.
At
I think
this
that's
point,
what
they're
they're
going to
missing.
get one of them at 7.
Yeah, they'll get one of
true.
them there.
That's true. That's true. They got to pick.
You don't know if Thibodeau's making it past.
Or do you go Kyle Hamilton?
That was another thought, but I feel like they needed D line more than secondary.
Yeah.
Isn't what's his face from Michigan on the Giants?
He signed somewhere else.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Real Peppers, yeah.
Yeah, thank God.
Who
wants to be on the Giants?
I don't know anyone that wants to win a Super Bowl. Beat an undefeated team.
Well, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, guess where he signed?
My dad agrees with you. Yes,
Good.
yes. Great pick.
Your father's a smart man.
Yes, he is.
Your father is a smart man. Guess where Peppers signed?
Where?
New England.
That's a smart pick.
Yeah.
That's a smart pick.
He fits the way Belichick likes to run.
What's wrong with this kid? Why is he screaming at him? He's a hype. I was like, I didn't know it was the same kid. I thought some random kid just ran up on the stage.
No. Yeah, that was the one.
I didn't know. Like the lighting made it like blurry, like a little bit, so I couldn't see. I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with this?"
We got on the clock now. Carolina, right? We got Giants.
Carolina. Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No problems.
I'm quick.
There's talk that a quarterback could go here.
All right,
yeah.
How? Get some people to.
How did that happen?
What, you go to the bathroom?
One of us.
You know what? He gives up on teams. He doesn't finish out a season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now he takes.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's in the
Go back to the
crazy weirdo.
Attaboy.
I think this. Okay, I'm gonna make a bold pick. I think this is who's going right now is Malik Willis.
Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it
for Carolina.
I could definitely see it.
I don't agree with it, but that's who I think is going to go. I mean, Carolina.
No.
They're not set on what's his name?
Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Yeah.
They're going for Garoppolo. Trust.
Why would they go for a
quarterback?
Quarterback that's
no. Why would they go for an older quarterback
who hasn't really done much?
A consistent quarterback. A quarterback.
I don't know why
consistently
injured Garoppolo hasn't done much.
You just talked about on the field. He hasn't been on the field. This is his first full season in a while.
Since he was in New England.
Yes. He tore his ACL a year ago before this. Not this past season, but the season before.
That's why
like
CJ.
Bay.
That's why
Other
CJ
than
Beathard
Aaron
was the
Rodgers,
starting
there
quarterback.
hasn't been a player that's made Tom Brady, of course, that makes consistent deep runs in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Like
it's Garoppolo,
what he did in that Los Angeles game really tarnished what people would see as can he do it in the big game, right? And it's unfortunate because
I don't disagree that he's a nice, good quarterback. I don't think he's worth trading for.
so centered around just getting the ball to Debo, and fair enough. You want to take the ball out of his hands because you're proving to every team he can't be the one to do it for you. So I think the game plan really messed him up. And at the same time, he kind of accepted that, like, maybe I should just go ahead with the game plan and not be hero. Because, being a zero on that stage might be even worse for his value.
I get you. I just think that, like, I think a lot of his injury, I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but do you go after him for a team that's worse? Like, do you trade him to a team that's worse than the 49ers, right?
Do you think they're worse? Like, you got DJ Moore, you got Christian McCaffrey when he's healthy.
You're right.
When
he's healthy, exactly.
When he's healthy.
But ultimately, when a team is doing well, everybody's doing well. Everyone's really healthy at that time, right? So if he starts, exactly.
That's the first full year Debo's played.
Yeah, and to go back to your thing about Debo, wherever he goes, he doesn't want to be a hybrid anymore. He wants to
go anywhere, bro.
I'm telling you, he's getting traded tonight. He's getting traded tonight.
Either. The way
I don't think it's the right move.
What do you know of John Lynch to do? John Lynch does not act on emotions. He does not budge. He sticks with his guns. John Lynch is not going to pull the trigger on this one.
Well, here's one name that we haven't talked about in a while because a lot of the hype around him and everything in the offseason is AJ Brown. You think he's moving tonight or tomorrow or this weekend at all? Do you think he's moving?
No.
With Julio gone, no way.
Yeah.
They can't downgrade again. Like, I know Julio didn't do anything for them, but you're not going to get rid of who was your two starters and just get no chance, bro. Like, no way. Like, there's no way they don't get rid of AJ Brown. He makes that offense look so much better than it is because he's such a freaking freak of nature.
Yep. He's a perfect complement to Derrick Henry.
Yep.
So after this pick, Mike, you pick next who's going to have the 5 athletes.
Okay.
You're going to tell me, you're going to pick who between Jamie and I or yourself if you want to go after the Panthers pick comes out. So,
okay. Should I recap? It's been a while since I gave mine.
Yeah, Pat, you can go through yours real quick. Just go boom, 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 boom. Let us know.
You know that. that was a perfect setup.
Oh, man.
John, you want the boom boom now or later?
Oh, boy. All right. And he's gone. I love this tool.
Hey, don't call me a tool.
I don't think Malik Willis is it because he would have got a phone call by now. But
he's going to Atlanta, bro.
Yeah, that'd be the perfect move for him. Perfect. Seattle.
I think Seattle's going to take Jermaine Johnson because they got to rebuild on that side of their team. They got to get that defense back.
If besides, they already have Drew Lock.
That's what I was going to say. I got Drew Lock in
he's
the
a lock.
Fantasy League. I love it.
Do you guys agree with the Denver, the Russell Wilson trade? I never asked any of you guys that, but do you agree with it?
Yeah.
Do you think he needed to leave Seattle, or do you think Seattle just needed to kind of like rebuild
I think
build key players around him?
I think Seattle needed to hit the big red button, and kind of blow it up.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I mean,
I thought personally, it was going to be the Pete Carroll side of the big red button. I thought they were just going to go
just eliminate
head coach because him and Russell Wilson
75 years old.
He's the oldest head coach. Plus his defense and running back. Dude, your defense sucked. Your running backs are always broken.
Yep.
wasn't
When
gonna
you
work.
had the chance to become a dynasty and change the trajectory of the whole franchise by just handing the ball off to Marshawn Lynch,
Yep.
and it
And
didn't
then
happen.
Malcolm Butler helping.
They have
Not
been,
say-
bro. They haven't
Yeah,
been
not
back to the
been-
playoffs since then.
Right.
Since then,
So
yeah.
it's time to hit that red
Right.
button.
And the
So,
controversy
the pick
started with that play too.
So the Panthers pick is in. They have picked, and I'll let Mike say the name because I don't know how to say it. So go ahead.
Ike Ekwonu,
Iki
offensive
Ekwonu.
tackle from NC State.
Iki Ekwonu.
All right. So Mike.
Wow.
Yes.
That's actually crazy.
So I think that's a smart move. If you're gonna stick with Darnold this year, and you're gonna get Garoppolo like you think, you need to protect him.
No.
What? What?
We had so much controversy over what quarterback should go to Carolina, and then you're going to Sam Darnold.
No,
Yeah, but
you're not hearing me. I
it's
said
more- I
I
think
said
it's more
regardless of
about
who is the quarterback, you need to be able to protect them, and that's been the problem in Carolina.
They should have moved on. I think Matt Rule is done as head coach after this year. Mark it,
Yeah.
jot it down, put it on a calendar. I don't care.
But I'm saying even if they got Garoppolo, they need to protect him. So this is a smart pick in that sense because why wouldn't you go and get a guy that can
Whoever,
protect him?
it's a smart
Look at him,
pick
he's
because
a
whoever you
pancake
go get,
guy.
whoever you're gonna go get. I mean,
It's
would you
a
guys be
smart
surprised to
pick
see
for a
Baker
football
Mayfield
team.
there?
Oh, they could
What's
go
that?
for Baker.
Would you be surprised
For
to see
Baker.
Baker Mayfield in Carolina?
I don't know.
No.
I wouldn't trade for him.
No, I want to
You'll
be.
have that would be like the smallest backfield ever when McCaffrey lines up with Baker to get him the ball.
They'd be like this. They'd be like this, trying to see over the line.
Like, can you see
Where's
over
the
the
rest of
line?
the
No,
field?
bro, that's your job. You're the quarterback.
You don't see where the ball is. They bring back Wildcat formation. Shit would be crazy.
I don't see him as a. I mean, look at this. Like 2020, 3,500 yards. Look, I mean, I don't think Baker's a starting quarterback in the NFL. Let's be real. Like, yeah, he had a good season in 2020, COVID year, all that stuff. A lot of players sitting out. 2021, he comes out.
Cleveland to the playoffs. Think about
Oh
that.
my God, he
Bro,
didn't
he was
bring.
one quarter away from going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
One
Think
quarter
about
away.
that, dude.
And it was because of the defense, and you're right, they had a lot of key players who
Thinking
sat
myself.
out.
Who's the quarterback?
See ya. Finally,
Who
guys.
knocked him out? Who knocked him out?
He did.
I did it myself. I'm tired of hearing about that. He's not a starting quarterback in the NFL, and that's my take on it. End of story. Put it in the books.
Who's more
Mark
of a
it down.
starter? Who's John? Who's more of a starter? Baker
Donovan.
Mayfield or
Donovan,
oh, okay.
man.
All right, you got me there. But no, him or Garoppolo.
Garoppolo, easily.
Garoppolo easily.
That's not even competition.
Okay. All right.
Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold?
Ooh, Mike, how do you feel about that? My dad says
No,
wide receiver at 7.
not at
From high-
7.
He's a stud, though.
I don't
Olave?
care. Not at 7. Not at 7
not
with the
Olave.
offensive lineman available.
Olave? He's good.
Not Olave. Who's
Stud.
the other guy there?
That Rose Bowl game, man. he was
Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson.
Wilson. Yes.
Not
Wilson.
with. Not with.
Your
I think
whole
you guys.
You need an
I
offensive
think,
lineman.
I think you guys go Kyle Hamilton here, though.
That'd be
But
fine. Just
I
not a
know. I
receiver.
get what you're saying. That I think Evan Neal should be the one that you should pick, but I think that you guys go safety here, even though you have Jabril Peppers, who plays kind of like a hybrid safety. I love Peppers.
Yeah, no, Peppers is
Bell
gone.
peppers, green peppers, red peppers,
The pick is in.
I love Peppers.
jalapeno.
Jalapeno peppers on a stick.
I mean, everybody's saying they have to go offensive line here. It's Cross or Neal. at
Cross
this
or
point.
Neal. I would say Neal because they need so many offensive linemen. His ability to kind of switch
Yeah.
makes him more valuable.
Before-
But
Before the picks in, John, did you just see that thing come over Bleacher Report?
No, my phone's on Do Not Disturb. Don't bug me when I'm on the podcast.
LaShawn McCoy, a Pitt alumni and
Yes.
Eagle alumni,
Yes.
is stirring the pot saying Kenny Pickett to the Eagles.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's the
But it
splash.
could-
Is that
it could
the splash?
100. I think it
The
might.
Eagles
Be,
are going to make a Jacksonville Jaguar splash this year.
oh,
no,
okay.
we don't want that.
Oh my God, Mike! I'll give you the cue when you can announce the pick.
Okay.
Because
Oh, you're on there.
I already saw who it is.
Mike, I am not envious, man. This is a whole.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
7th pick overall. Giants take Evan Neal, offensive tackle from Alabama.
There we go. You happy with that?
Yes.
No, not
What you
Atlanta.
needed.
You
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
You think you
That's
got
what
the
you needed.
two best players
I think they
at the
got
positions you needed?
as far as fit. Yeah, I kept saying I didn't care whether it was offensive line defensive or defensive offensive. I thought that's where they needed to go with both picks. So I'm happy. I'm happy with what they did. I
Good.
can rest easy now.
Good.
All right, Mike.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
Mike.
the
Rest
my
is
thing.
in 4th place.
Mike, who do you?
No,
who
we're
do
in
you-
Washington.
Who goes now?
Well, being that we just had both Giants picks, I'll go.
Nice.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'll start from least known to most known. I tried to go people you wouldn't really think about. So, Jamie knows who this is. I'm going to go with Nathan Adrian, an
Ooh.
Olympic swimmer.
Ooh.
He's tall. He's got the good cardio, athleticism,
What position?
flexibility. I think he'd be a good receiver.
Okay.
Then I'll go Montez Ford from the WWE because it's on brand for me. He has an insane vertical leap. Like the dude can get up there. So I could definitely
Nice.
see him being
Get up there,
being
boy.
like a slot receiver. Then I picked a baseball player. We're gonna go Tim LeCastro.
Yes.
Tim
I want-
LeCastro.
I wanted to put him on my list. I didn't think
Yeah.
it would be relevant.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, miles
Yes.
per hour wise, he's
Yes.
the second or third fastest behind Byron Buxton
Dude,
for the fastest
clock
guy in
him.
the league. He's 6'1", 185.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Mike, that just made my day, dude.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
Tim
who'd you-
LeCastro. I
who'd you
got
have
a
up?
hockey player, Marcus Foligno, from the winger from the Minnesota Wild, 6'3", 245. Think he'd slide in well as a linebacker. He's one of the highest in the NHL in hits this year. So
Nice.
Damn.
guy
I
goes
was
for
looking
contact.
for that stat too for NHL too. The
Yeah.
top hits or top fights.
And then for the NBA, I'm gonna go Luka Garza,
Ooh.
6'10", 243.
Well, G League.
Well, no, he started 5 games for the Pistons this year. Played 32.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that because
Yeah.
I saw him in the G
Iowa
League.
Hawkeye product?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last
he's a
year's
big dude.
back-to-back years is
He'd be a good. He'd be a good lineman.
that's what I was thinking. He's 6'10", 243. He'd be a good maybe center.
A
They
big
say his
lineman.
footwork's slow. But
That'd be a huge lineman.
But yeah,
I don't care. I don't care how tall your quarterback is. You're not seeing over that.
I know. No, put him on the Cardinals with Kyle
And-
Tyler.
and with the first pick, whoever he gets drafted to is Shaquille O'Neal to be able to see over the line.
That's the
Tyler
thing. All they
Tyler
got to do on the
Spears.
snap is
This Atlanta. I want to just Mike. I'll get right to your
You're good.
picks, but I want to get to this Atlanta pick real quick because I think this is the most interesting pick of the first 8 picks right now because
Wide receiver.
I feel like yeah, exactly. Who do you
Okay.
go with?
Sam
do you
Howell.
go with?
Receiver.
Sam Howell.
Are you saying that because you saw it, or are you saying that because you?
No, I'm
Hold
saying
on.
that because I'm guessing. No, because I did.
They just signed Marcus Mariota, who is a GOAT. All right.
All right, calm down.
So they're not taking
An Oregon goat.
a GOAT nonetheless.
All right, but Mike, I like those picks. Those are cool. I like those. Those are real interesting. Makes you think a little bit. Who do you want to go next?
Jamie, go next. It's his idea.
So I'm on the clock now. Welcome
Pick is
to the athletes I think that would have made incredible football players. You guys, did we go with one from each sport? Is that what we decided?
No,
we
just
just-
top 5.
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
kind
top
of
5?
Just top 5. Yeah.
Okay. So honorable mention has to be the great Yokozuna, who would have made the greatest center of all time.
Oh my God.
Because he would be
Yeah.
immovable. So he's definitely my honorable mention there. I kind of tried to spread it
400
around. I think everybody was very obvious in thinking, well, LeBron James at tight end. But I kind of went for like, who would have
Never crossed my
maybe
mind.
transcended the game at the position because of his size and proved everybody wrong. And poor Kyler Murray's out there running for his life. And you know, the small guy doesn't. Allen Iverson would have changed the quarterback game forever. Forever. Allen Iverson.
I would have put him
Yeah.
on but
Yeah.
Yes.
Allen Iverson, a quarterback, would have been one of the most amazing things to watch to me.
Jamie, did you hear my quarterback pick? You would
It
love
was
it.
Chris Paul.
It was Chris Paul?
Paul.
Heck
It was
yeah,
Chris
bro.
Paul.
That's what I'm talking
Dude,
about.
Give
Give the little guy some love.
You know what's funny is he's little, but he's actually like taller than us.
Iverson?
Yeah.
No, Chris Paul's
No.
like 6'6".
Every time.
I know. I'm not
Yeah,
six.
taller than the three of us. Not,
Jamie, not you.
I'm out of
All
this.
right,
You can
Jamie.
mute me.
Jamie, before you go to your next pick, the pick is in. Let's just see what Atlanta
Yes, it
gets.
Malik Willis.
yes, it is.
Drake London from USC,
Malik
wide
Willis.
receiver. Good call, Pat.
Drake London?
Yep.
No, wait.
Best
what?
receiver on the
Yeah.
He's the best available receiver. The
Yes.
kid is a monster.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
No.
Am I that party, right?
Before I do,
Oh my
pick
god,
is
there it
Jermaine-
is. What the
Seahawks are taking Jermaine Johnson with this pick.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
believe
All right, Jamie, go ahead and finish
I can't
yours.
believe Drake London's the number one wide receiver.
At number 4, I got David Beckham because if you get bending like Beckham, he can kick in the snow, he can kick in the wind,
that's
he can kick in
true.
the rain, he can kick in any condition. Give David Beckham the ball.
I did not
Yeah.
I'll
consider
go David
I did not
Beckham to be the
consider
ultimate
kickers.
kicker of all time. Because the man used to do some pretty freaky
Yeah,
stuff.
for
From
sure.
he used to score goals from midfield, so you know the man he's got a leg.
Yeah.
For probably at least from what I knew growing up in terms, you got to take a mean hockey player to be a linebacker that would scare the living daylights out of people. Mark Messier, you know. You
All
got
right.
like,
All right.
so I take Mark Messier as my linebacker.
Yeah.
So and the guy has a mean mug, man. He just used to look. He just had that pissed off face. I just remember as a kid, like, why is this guy so pissed off all the time? Like,
Not to mention he is a and I'm speaking from personal
yeah,
opinion. He is kind of a natural leader, so
yeah.
he could definitely be like that middle linebacker that leads the rest of the defense.
Yep.
So good pick. I like it.
Mike, did you do an honorable mention?
No.
I did not do an honorable mention though. If I was going to, I would have said Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Or
It's just
Bobby
the
Orr.
man was tough.
Or
Yeah,
Bobby
I mean,
Orr.
isn't he considered the toughest player of all time?
One of
them. Or Bobby Hall. Or Bobby Hall.
Bobby Hall's pretty
My
tough.
honorable mention was going to be Zdeno Chara.
Yeah.
I was going to longevity, toughness,
Yeah.
Size.
physicality,
Giant.
all around.
A giant man. Speaking of giant men,
yeah.
that's my next guy. I think this would have been really interesting because imagine putting George Murison
Who?
when
Oh,
any
God.
punt team went out. Imagine George Murison just standing up in the center, or you wouldn't have been able to kick field goals at extra points. Like every team would have had to go for 2 if George Murison was out there. George, just put your
7'5".
hands on your knees and do this, and you will have the most blocks in NFL history of every extra point ever attempted. I think that would have just been hilarious to see George Murison out there with his hands up and kickers not being able to get the ball over. Bro, you wouldn't even have to have tiptoed. Like, you wouldn't even have tipped. Like, all you would have to do is just George block again. Like, Manute Bol is going to be my sexy pick there, but Manute Bol's arms are so skinny. The
Oh
ball
my God, yeah.
ricocheted his hands and still gone in. So
They would have given him 6. They would have given him 6 points for Manute Bol because they would have went through 2 field goal posts.
Manute
All right.
7
And your last pick?
185.
I heard Pat say this one, and so it's not very original, but Usain Bolt would have been a lot of fun to see with the football in his hand. It really would have been fun to just see him running away from people. Probably, yes, receiver's the best fit, but it would have been great to see him out of the Wildcat and people just literally lunging and missing and untouched from more than anybody else probably in the league.
I said running back kick return. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been nice. I mean, I saw him when he tried out for the Giants, and he couldn't catch a pass.
Right.
Could not catch one pass.
Yeah, so
which
bring
makes
him in the Wildcat. Bring him in the Wildcat.
Yeah,
baby.
I get you.
Might
I
throw it
can't
in
catch
his
him.
chest.
But I want to know, John, who do you have?
Ooh. So you want me to go 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
Just spit him out.
All right. For the first
Eagles,
one,
2, 3, 4,
and it's-
1, 5.
so
4-2-3-1-5.
so I
Can
got
you go
for the
5,
first.
1, 3, 4, 5?
I don't know what you
Five
said.
total,
I
please.
can't keep up.
Okay, go ahead.
Write it to me in a text and let me know. So my first pick is the kid out of Duke, coming out of Duke, Zion Williamson. I think not current Zion out of Duke.
Right out of Duke.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a complete difference.
There is a complete difference.
He was 6'8", 260 and cut. Him right now is 6'8", 330 and not cut.
So where do you put him though? Is that
maybe cutting some steak?
I would have put him on the line and or tight end or very. It would depend on the offense and his speed. At Duke, he was really quick and really explosive. So I think he could be one of those tight ends that could be pop out at the goal line and you could jump up and grab it. But I also think he could be a great defender because I think he's big and he's large and he can learn how to play offensive line. Mm-hmm. Pat, why are you questioning me?
He played in one shoe that one game.
I think it was against us.
It was against Syracuse.
It bust open,
Carolina
right?
game.
It literally bust open on him. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a North Carolina game. I remember that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Chapel Hill.
So my second
that guy.
My second pick is something Mike's not going to agree with is Evander Kane from the left wing from the Edmonton Oilers. He is a big dude. I think he's around like 6'3", 6'4", and he's a big guy. Like he's quick, he's agile. I put him at defensive end because I think he can really get to the quarterback quickly, and he's quick. He's sneaky quick. You don't think he's going to be
his first step is really good.
Yes,
he's got a really quick step. Yeah.
Pat and I had a good the same mindset. Aaron Judge, right fielder, New York Yankees. I had him at tight end or linebacker. I think linebacker would fit him good because
I had him tight end or wide receiver.
He's smart.
I would think
he's smart.
An outfielder, you'd put him at tight end. But yeah, I could see him at linebacker.
Linebacker because I think he'd be the Mike linebacker because he's smart. He can and he's a leader. He's a natural born leader. So I think he could direct plays and kind of get people and read the offense real well. Here's pick.
My thing. Before you hit your fourth, John, was if someone was going to take Aaron Judge before me, like once again, I didn't know I was going.
If we were going draft style,
I was going to take Giancarlo Stanton.
Me too.
Go the other way.
Yeah.
Prototypical body type 1-2 right there.
And I took the fourth outfielder.
Yeah.
If you had taken if Usain Bolt was off the board, I would have taken Michael Johnson.
Who's that?
Michael Johnson was 200, 400, incredible athlete.
The Usain Bolt of the 90s, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So my fourth pick, and I think this is something that I don't think a lot of people would think, but I'm saying Aaron Gordon forward for the Denver Nuggets.
Okay. So basketball, Aaron Judge.
So I think he's a slot receiver.
You like these high flyers, bro.
Yeah.
I just think he's like explosive. A lot of these guys, that's what I see. Who has the most athleticism? And the guys that have the most ass.
Now we know what you're picking.
Different show.
Athleticism.
Badonkadonk.
Guys with the most intense glute flexibility.
Aesthetic.
Athleticism. The pick is in for Seattle. They just picked Charles Cross from Mississippi State.
Moving on.
I just think that Aaron Gordon can play a slot receiver type, kind of like Travis Kelsey does now. He's a tight end, but he plays mostly in the slot now. So I feel like that's who I compared him to. Like when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, I think that those two look, similar like styles of how they play and stuff. And then my last one, I think that Jamie's gonna love is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ooh.
That dude is a natural athlete. He is just crazy good, and I think I put him at safety.
Okay,
not kicker. Okay,
interesting.
I got to put this up to your world because you enjoy soccer and basketball. Marcus Smart or Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever fucking his name is.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
The best soccer player to ever live, but it's all good.
Hey, that's not
That's-
Who would have the better game? You say if they were
it's
playing
safety.
Yeah.
It's safety.
Marcus Smart's a
posting
dog,
up
bro.
to you, man.
Like Marcus Smart's a dog.
Right? He'd be on top of someone instantly.
He's a dog. I can see him as a spy, just waiting to just annihilate someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I took him, man.
Smart reminds me of Dawkins.
Yeah.
That's what I went with, like the physicality,
Cristiano.
the vision.
Cristiano reminds me of that hybrid safety that can play that plays corner.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that type of safety that can
Like
come back and be
Jenkins.
correct.
Okay.
Like that type of guy. But I agree with you, Marcus Smart. I would put him at safety because the way he's just not afraid to attack people. Like he's just not like
Dude,
he doesn't care.
I would put Marcus Smart as like an Ed Reed type. Like he would hit very visible on the field, but then Ronaldo could be the Malcolm Jenkins, like, all right, be smart about your play. Where am I going next? That type.
Or Troy Polamalu. Yeah.
Polamalu.
Good old Troy Polamalu.
Polamalu.
Yeah. Where's Head and Shoulders going to be?
Those commercials are hilarious with
I'm
Patrick
surprised
Mahomes.
that none of us went with LeBron, but I understand why, because it would be.
I just feel like it's been
He doesn't.
Obvious.
Yeah.
It's
He doesn't
overdone.
bring you to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Come on, Pat. You know you can't say that with a straight face. You went to 9 finals.
Right.
But
Where's
here's the
Messier
deal,
going?
right? Here's the deal. With Dwayne Wade's crazy athleticism, he might have been a great corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Or a
I think-
two-way player. I could see him playing offense, defense, either way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about longevity in the NFL now. It's like a lot of the times back in like the, and Jamie, you can understand because you grew up here, the 60s and the 70s. And
That's my day, guys. That's when I was looking at good old Joe Namath do his thing and win one for the Jets, the one and only. Man, I remember those days. Brooklyn.
But like they didn't play long. There wasn't a longevity.
Billy dreamed of internet.
I remember watching the live broadcast with it was black and white, but hey, I was all colorful in my
You watched it with Bill Walton.
Listening to Mr. Howard Cosell.
Ball is on the 4-yard line. Name of
So after this pick, we want to kind of run through because Mike's got to head out here in a little bit.
Unfortunately, that's why we're drinking Gatorade.
So we got to do the.
Speaking of Marcus Smart,
the draft 2. Well, you can explain it, Mike. It's the NFL draft that you would do over, right?
So I'm surprised. I'm surprising the guys by going over probably just the first round and like any notable like undrafted or mid round picks, just to see your guys' kind of get your guys' quick reactions of like who these teams took back in this draft and how their careers ended up.
The year is.
We'll find out. Hold on. Wait till the Jets make their pick and then we'll.
In the year 2000.
I don't like.
Oh, that was the clue, by the way, Jamie. That they asked for a clue. And
I guarantee it's 2004. I think it's 2004. Let's see who the Jets pick.
You guys know?
Yes.
Mike, do you know?
Yes.
I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either.
It's just stupid.
Damn.
Mike, do you know? Yeah, I don't like it.
Ohio State University.
Garrett Wilson
was picked number 10 from, and now we get the Washington Commanders.
I guess they want playmakers.
First ever pick as a commander. But in the meantime,
what do you mean?
Say, let's get our opinion on the Commander's name real quick.
They drafted who?
All right, Mike.
So,
Mike, go ahead.
And they drafted who? This time we're going to be who? We will be going over the 2000 and 2 NFL draft.
And 2.
Is that Michael Vick?
Yes, and 2.
I knew that was going to get John.
2000 and who?
2002.
I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Do you guys remember who got picked first overall in 2002?
No. I gotta look it up.
Wait.
No way.
So,
Pick was
number
3
1
years.
overall pick went to the expansion Houston Texans.
Oh, David Carr.
Oh.
David Carr.
Yeah, it's got to be Carr, yeah.
David
So
Carr
you,
went
what
first
do we
overall.
do, Mike? Go over what we're doing in this draft.
So I'm just gonna list off the picks, and you guys give me quick reactions.
Are we going through the whole draft?
No, not the whole
First round.
draft. Like the first.
I was
round.
like, that's
Oh,
like
I'm not
100,
here till tomorrow morning. Get out
Yeah.
of here.
No.
Get out of here.
261 picks.
John, we're
All the way
in
down to
fourth
Mr.
grade when
Irrelevant.
this happened.
Yeah, no.
Which means I was in first grade.
Oh, do you remember?
I was. a
Yeah.
sophomore
Jamie
at
was
University of
applying
Minnesota.
to his third job.
No.
Jamie was a businessman.
I was in school. I was transferring out of Kentucky. That's when
Oh,
Dwayne
man,
Big
that's-
Cat Johnson went in that draft, I think. Or you went the year before to the Jets.
Who?
Dwayne Big Cat Johnson. He's the best
The Rock?
player Kentucky had for a
Oh.
while.
We have
After Tim Couch.
Ooh.
Actually,
trade.
post-Tim
After Tim Couch.
Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news!
What happened?
Hold on.
Did you
Trade
have to
alert!
do-
Trade alert!
The
Don't
Philadelphia
say-
Eagles are moving up.
Don't.
No.
Who's Mike? Who's the trade?
All
The
right.
trade is that the Washington Commanders are sending the 11th pick. I haven't seen the full details of the trade. The 11th pick to the New Orleans Saints.
The
Quarterback.
Saints are going receiver. They want a receiver right now. They think they're not going to get.
Quarterback. They're going to Willis.
They're going for Malik.
I could see either of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
so.
I can see it. Too. I agree. I think they're gonna go with them because I mean, who we got? Jameis.
Yeah, Jameis and Taysom Hill.
Mr. 30
But-
for 30.
But Taysom's paid. Jameis on a 1-year contract, I guess.
So, Mike, go ahead. Go ahead with the picks.
Okay, second overall pick was the Carolina Panthers. They took Julius Peppers.
Great pick.
Great
Ooh,
pick.
Love that.
Carolina.
Love it. Love it.
Out of
Yep.
North Carolina.
North
Yeah.
Carolina, yes.
You know,
Third
wait, real quick. Julius Peppers is the only player to play in a Final Four and a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yes.
Baller
Yes, he was.
alert.
Third overall pick was the Detroit Lions. They picked quarterback Joey Harrington out of Oregon.
Bust of the century.
Fourth overall pick, Buffalo Bills took offensive tackle Mike Williams out of Texas.
Was that
Hold
was the
up.
year that was a good
Hold
that
up.
was a good year
Pause.
though. What?
He was supposed to be a great
He
player.
was supposed to be he was supposed to be.
But
their
I'm
first
saying
defensive
like
tackle.
that was the year. That was like the Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush years, right? 04. So that would have been like right
No,
around
this is
where
02.
the,
This is 02. he
I
said.
know that's not I know
But
that's
yes.
not I know that's not who he played for, but I'm saying like that was like when Texas had like Vince Young and everybody
Yes,
like that.
I
Correct?
believe that's like freshman or sophomore year. Vince
Yeah,
Young.
it's freshman.
Yeah, so it was like that was a real solid Texas team. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And going along with that solid Texas team is the fifth overall pick, Quentin Jammer, out of Texas to the San Diego Chargers.
Damn. Okay. Did he
Six.
play for the Texans too?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
Sixth pick was the Chiefs. They picked Ryan Sims, defensive tackle from North Carolina.
Man, the UNC guys were up there that year.
I know. Seventh was Minnesota taking Bryant McKinney, offensive tackle from Miami.
That worked out.
The U.
Mm-hmm.
The U. Eighth pick, Dallas Cowboys. Boo. Taking Roy Williams from
They
Oklahoma.
took from UNC.
Look at head coach.
You can do that.
Yes, the
Roy
year before he
Williams.
took the UNC job, Roy Williams got picked in the draft. Ninth, believe it or not, Jacksonville actually had the 9th pick that year.
Ooh,
Yeah, they were actually not the worst.
not the worst. Not the
Left
worst.
wedge.
John Henderson, defensive tackle from Tennessee.
Ooh.
Exactly. Apparently he was a Pro Bowl. 10th overall pick, Cincinnati Bengals take Levi Jones, offensive tackle from Arizona State.
Ooh.
Who that?
Exactly.
Who dey?
Oh,
Any
Who
Bengal
dey?
in those days was not smelling the playoffs.
a special
dey?
pick for two of the members of this group. The 11th overall pick was the Indianapolis Colts taking Dwight Freeney, defensive end from Syracuse.
Let's
And
go.
he had a
Orange.
hell of a career.
Let's
hell
go.
of a
Yes, he
Orange.
did. That would
Let's
be
go, Orange.
by far he is the steal of that draft.
Yeah.
By
100%.
Yeah, I would
100%.
say so.
100%. man.
Originated to swim.
100%.
Yep.
I mean,
Mike, say it
Right,
again.
The Colts took Dwight Freeney at 11.
Yeah!
you totally missed the celebration, Pat. What the heck?
Yeah. I'm on delay.
Yeah, you guys and your fourth graders. 12th overall pick was the Cardinals taking Wendell Bryant from Wisconsin.
And Pat fell.
13 was the Saints taking Dante Stallworth
Oh,
Wow.
from
Good
Tennessee.
he hit a
That's
guy
a
with
good
his
pick.
car.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. The 14th pick was my New York Giants taking Jeremy Shockey.
Wow.
Ooh.
Another U prospect.
Ooh.
Oh, he's pretty good.
Biggest asshole in the NFC East.
He was good for like his first
I
2 years, and
highly
then
doubt
he kind
that.
of faded.
The pick is in for the Saints. Do you guys say quarterback? Everyone says quarterback here.
Receiver.
Quarterback.
No, I think they're
Receiver.
taking Olave. I think they're taking Chris Olave.
Receiver.
Really?
Yes.
Is he the next best player?
The next best player? No,
Next
next
best
best
receiver.
receiver. Yes.
Not on my board. No, quarterback. Going quarterback.
Which one?
I think Malik.
Okay.
It has to be, right?
You don't think they're going Jamison Williams? That's the best
Jamie, who do you
receiver.
No, he won't go
do
yet,
you
but
think?
whoever gets him is going to be a very happy team.
I think.
I've seen Williams falling because of the injury. Williams falling all the way to Kansas City.
Yep.
John, you
And
and
that's
me.
going to be dangerous
You and me.
because that's
Yes,
like,
it is.
oh, guess what? We got Tyreek
He won't
again.
go that far.
Bro,
No way
he-
he's going that far.
bro, his average per touchdown was 48 yards per touchdown. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but that was like in a shitty SEC.
It doesn't matter where it was. The point is, when
Shitty
he gets
ass
separation,
SEC.
he's Tyreek Hill. When he gets separation,
No
it's over.
one's going to
Real
jump
play-
on that. A shitty
real
ass SEC.
Real players come out of
The
Syracuse.
SEC has one down a year. SEC has one down year, and it's been CBU for like 20 years, and now the SEC is a crappy defensive conference. Get out of here.
The real players come out of Syracuse. Come on now.
Yes.
The dude didn't play for Delaware. I can't see him having a career.
First ever Heisman Trophy. African American Heisman Trophy winner.
Why is Tony Gonzalez making this pick?
I don't know. So there's Tony Gonzalez representing a Chiefs fan, and then there's I can't quite tell who that is representing a Chargers fan.
Is it Trey?
It's Vegas,
No.
man. Anything goes.
Do they have the wrong team up?
No.
Dude, it's Goodell. Just boo him.
Why would he even be there for the Commodores, though? They traded the
What's
pick.
it?
Like, they couldn't have been for them.
Who's the Commodores?
Commodores?
That actually would have been a better name than the Commanders.
That's a better name than
Who knows what their
Commanders.
name is, bro? Who even knows what their name is? Who cares?
The Washington, who cares?
Don't you think they would have been smart to keep that pick and go at Malik?
No, because they're Washington.
No, because they have Carson now. So
For
that's right.
7
God's wearing their
games?
colors.
okay, they're
I
taking,
mean, God knows if
taking
you
an
get
hour to-
drafted
It
and
was
Carson
clean.
Wentz is there, bro, you would have to be the happiest quarterback to get drafted as Wentz as your starter because you know you're getting your shot in year one, baby. You
Got a
know it's
job,
coming.
man.
Oh, that's what's his face? Austin Eckler.
Is that who that is? Okay.
Eki.
No.
He's bald, right? Yeah, that's Austin Eckler.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
like
like,
5'2".
I was trying to think. I was like,
He's
who's
like
saying
5'8".
bald?
Compared to
oh,
Tony
okay.
Gonzalez.
I thought you meant the jersey. I was like, that is not an Austin Eckler. That confused the hell out of me.
No, Jamie, the one in the suit. Army Pat.
Somebody.
Somebody in the corner.
I'm Pat. That's Jamie. Wait.
Well,
Wait. I'll figure out cameras.
the Chiefs just.
No, they-
Chiefs just.
No, they
Just
did.
straight?
They did some like promotional thing, and then Goodell's announcing the pick.
Hurry up. Enough of the crap.
Explicit.
Yep.
So who was
See
the
who it
last
is.
player you called, Pat?
What's up?
Jeremy Shockey
Mi-
was the last pick you said?
Mike.
I mean,
It was
Mike.
Mike.
Oh,
Hello.
Chris Olave was the pick.
Yep.
No, no,
Olave
no.
to the Saints.
Where do we end
No,
in
I'm
this?
telling
Where
you,
do
the
we end?
Saints. No, I'm telling you, the
Good
Saints
call.
just picked Chris Olave.
Yeah, we said receiver.
But yes, Jeremy Shockey is the last one I said in the 02 draft.
And now it's 15?
15.
All right, who's 16?
So, no, I'm sorry. Shockey was 14. We're on 15.
Okay,
15 is the Titans taking Albert Hainsworth.
good pick.
Ooh, the Skins?
Titans.
The Titans picked him. Okay, all right.
Yeah. 16 is the Cleveland Browns taking running back William Green from Boston College.
Who?
Exactly. 17 was the Raiders taking Philip Buchanan,
Who?
cornerback out of Miami.
Ah, yes.
18 was the Falcons taking TJ Duckett, the running back from Michigan State.
Duck it, fuck it, bucket.
19
Duck that
was
thing.
19 was the Broncos taking Ashley Lele, the wide receiver from Hawaii.
From Hawaii.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
20 was the Green Bay Packers taking Javon Walker, the wide receiver from Florida State, the last receiver they've taken in the first round.
That's an interesting fact.
Yeah, really,
I
it
like,
is.
I like
Because
that.
they
fun
scored on
fact.
all their receivers in the second round after
Olave's gonna do well in New Orleans.
Oh,
Until
absolutely.
This
that. Yeah, he
year.
is.
100%. Like, he's gonna do well. He was a good receiver. I would have liked him on the
In
Eagles.
a dome,
Great
he's
route
gonna go
runner.
Crazy.
Yeah, very
Great
much
route
so.
runner.
Eat Tampa up when he plays them.
Yeah. If he can get the ball.
Sure.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
21, Patriots take Daniel Graham, tight end from Colorado.
Okay.
22, the Jets take Brian Thomas, D end from UAB.
Okay.
23, the
UAB.
Raiders take Napoleon Harris, linebacker from Northwestern.
Napoleon Harris.
Napoleon. The guy
I
who
like
caught
that
for
name.
France, huh? Louisiana
And-
Purchase?
Exactly. Love the history facts there, Pat.
Cool.
24 is who I would say is the steal of the draft. The Ravens take Ed Reed
Oh,
Wow.
There you go.
at
Oh.
24.
Wow.
At
Ooh.
24.
There's a lot of Miami
24.
picks
Ooh,
in
I
that
spoke
first
too
round.
soon. Yeah, that's a heavy Miami draft. Miami was legit.
Yeah.
Miami won national championship the year before that, I think. Was
Yes, they did.
2001?
They won in overtime against Ohio State.
Yeah.
That was a
25.
crazy game. Side note, that was a crazy game. I watched that. I remember I
That
was
was
a
the
kid.
McGahee knee going the wrong
Yes,
way game,
Yes,
right?
yes. It was crazy. And I think it was in Miami, right?
I think so.
it was.
Yeah, I think it was the Orange Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember watching that as a kid. I was like, "Oh wow, this is like the best football game I've ever seen." And then, like a few years later, we watched USC Texas. I was like, "Never mind."
That's,
Never mind.
That's the best game.
That was the
game
best
ever.
championship.
Yeah, that was legit.
All right,
All right, 25. Saints take Charles Grant, DN from Georgia.
Grant me another
26
pick.
is the Philadelphia Eagles
I love this pick.
taking Lito Shepherd from
Yes,
corner.
sir.
Shepherd.
Baby.
He's a big reason why the Bucks kept losing to them.
Yeah. There's a lot of
27.
reason people lost to him.
Except for the Giants. 27 is the Niners taking Mike Rumpf,
Cheeky.
cornerback from Miami.
Like,
Oh, man, is that the sixth Miami player you've called out in that
Something
first
like
one?
that, yeah. It's like the third corner.
See.
28
One,
was the
two.
Seahawks taking Jeremy Stevens, tight end from Washington.
nope. Can't recall.
29 was the Bears taking Mark Colombo, offensive tackle, Boston College.
So we had a Napoleon and a Colombo.
And a Colombo. Yeah. 30 was the Steelers taking Kendall Simmons from the offensive guard from Auburn.
Oh.
Exactly. 31 was the Rams taking Robert Thomas, linebacker UCLA.
Oh, yeah.
And 32
Nope.
is
Doesn't
the
ring
Deadskins taking Patrick Ramsey, quarterback from Tulane.
Patrick Ramsey in the house. Was he the only quarterback selected in that round?
Yes.
Wow.
Terrible pick.
Mind you, just as a side note, some of the picks that were missed out of the first round that should have been first rounders, Clinton Portis. Let's see. Clinton Portis, Brian Westbrook, David Garrard.
Villanova product.
Who?
Not David Garrard.
Not David.
Westbrook.
There wasn't late rounds didn't have a lot of big
Splash.
steals. The only splash I really see in the late rounds is the fact that anybody remember Brett Kiesel, big bearded
Who?
dude from Pittsburgh?
Vaguely.
That sounds like
The
every
end.
Pittsburgh Steeler player.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But
right.
they got he was a part of that their Super Bowl win over
The Dead Boys.
the Cardinals. They got him in the
damn.
7th. Oh,
Pat, Jameson Williams to the Lions.
wow.
No.
Poor guy.
So now we gotta go. Now we're on the clock.
Dude, I can't believe Olave got picked over Williams. That's definitely a Jalen or not Ruggs pick over Judy.
But here's the
Remember
problem,
that?
right? Here's why they pick him. You have Michael Thomas, who hasn't been able to play, who's hobbled. You're not going to bring in a guy who's not ready. How bad would that frustrate your fans if you're bringing in another hurt receiver that's not ready to go possibly on day one?
I'm saying right now for the Eagles,
It's not their year. You think the
Eagles-
Saints are going to win a Super Bowl this year? No way.
No, but I think as a fan base, you need someone who could catch the ball right now. And the NFC is so top. Well, that division is top heavy with just the Bucks, and the Saints have their number. So if the Saints can compete just a little bit, they got a shot to get into the playoffs. I mean,
So-
they was in the playoffs last year.
here's my thing for the Eagles, real quick, because they're on the clock right now. I'm saying they go
Garrett
N'Kobe Dean. No, Garrett Wilson's gone.
Kobe
You can't
Dean?
draft N'Kobe Dean
Oh,
from
he is?
Georgia. Yeah,
Yes.
you can't draft from other teams.
Yeah.
Isn't it a crazy draft?
Those are close trades.
It ain't.
Wait,
No,
how does that work?
I have a
I
prediction. of who
need a
you're picking.
recap.
I have a quick prediction of who you're picking.
Yeah, because you know it's in.
No, I don't know. It hasn't come
It's
up
got to
yet.
be Dean.
Is Garrett Wilson off the board?
Yes.
Yes, all the top receiver. Yeah, they just showed it.
Top
All
receiver.
three receivers are gone. Wilson, Olave, Williams gone. Go ahead, buddy.
You guys are gonna pick Kyle Hamilton.
I see that. Like, honestly, the safety out of Notre Dame, but I don't. I think N'Kobe Dean out of Georgia is a leader, and we need a leader. Yeah, I think they
Howie
go Dean.
Roseman never drafts linebackers, though.
He doesn't. The last one was, I think it was Brandon. But Brandon Graham plays line, but he plays like a hybrid line. He plays line. But he plays a hybrid though. When he was at Michigan, he played hybrid defensive end, but that's when he was thinner too. So I think not as bigger, but we'll see. Yes, very much so. He's gained weight. Brandon Graham, if you come on
I
this,
think a lot of teams are going to regret passing on Jermaine Johnson there. You guys need an edge or not?
yes,
You need an edge?
Yeah.
You should take him.
But on that note, gentlemen, unfortunately, I must bid you all adieu.
Mike B.
goodbye, sir. Goodbye, Michael.
2 good picks. We'll see what
Thank you,
happens.
sir.
To those G-men.
Let's go, Giants!
Bye.
Win a game! All right, guys, let's see you.
See you, buddy. Have a good night at work.
Peace.
Thanks, Mike. Swear to
And
God,
it's
if you
3.
brought up Michael Jones, man.
So we got, about 3 or 4 more picks coming in here in Baltimore, Houston. Baltimore, I think they need to go receiver
Okay.
No,
or
way, dude.
defensive player. I would say defensive end is what they would need. They would need
So
a
they-
rusher.
They
They'll go
lost an
defense.
NFL record 4 games by 2 points last year.
Yeah, they need a defensive line.
I would go offense. I'd go offense.
Why would you go offense?
That was with Bateman being injured, though.
Because they
Yeah,
couldn't
true.
move the ball in those games. They couldn't
But they-
get a first down.
But
Dude, they had
do you
so
re-
many
but-
injuries, running back and wide
Yes,
receiver.
I was about to say that. Like
Of
they had a
course
lot
they
of.
were injury plagued. Yes, they were injury plagued. They were one-sided, but still, they other than Hollywood Brown, there's no Mark Andrews.
I hear you. I hear you.
Is this guy?
Mark Andrews, yep.
Give him one more weapon and allow him to actually play a little more, not in the pocket, but Give him more options to throw the ball to, and
Well, what
maybe
about
he
Rashad
doesn't.
Bateman? He was injured for half the year last year. He was talking town last draft.
Yeah, it was. We'll see. I mean, honestly, like I think I hear what you're saying, Jamie. You're saying receiver, right?
Playmaker. Just get a playmaker.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of them are out of the draft at this point. Not all of them. I mean, obviously, there's hundreds of players right here, right? So, like, it's not all of them are gone. I mean, Traylon Burks balled out this year for Arkansas. I could see that. Yeah. Jahan Dotson.
They said the Cowboys are probably going to end up getting.
But I mean, here's a secret one: John Mechie.
Yeah,
the 5'11", 187-pounder from Alabama. I mean, like he could be like a slot.
No.
Yep.
What? Not for the
Burks,
Eagles,
man. Burks will be up there.
Yeah,
Mechie is.
Oh yeah, no. I said no. Pat, I was saying like I said Burks.
Let's see who they have here.
I said Burks. I was saying.
Did you say Burks? Okay, I'm sorry.
I was saying like a sneaky pick could be Mechie, but I think you get Mechie in the 3rd or 4th round, honestly. But I think he could be like a guy that low risk, high reward. That's what I would think for Mechie.
Okay, all right. That's a good call. I think shit. Daniel Jones is the lead. Sorry, Pat. Why do we have to put that one up?
I don't know, because we have to put up comments. I put up yours and you commented on our own page.
It was an accident.
There you go. There it is again.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, Jay, take it. Oh, yeah, let's go. We took Trayvon Walker. No, never mind. That was Jaguars. Sorry about that. I was like, what? We traded for him?
All right. Here it is, though. If the Eagles do not take a wide receiver, I'm smashing a Jalen Reagor helmet. Signed helmet.
You don't have to do that.
If they don't take a what?
Receiver. I mean, the receiver we wanted is out. So you don't have to. You got to.
Well, it doesn't matter. I kind of want to.
Yeah, are you going to force the pick here?
I'm talking into existence. Take a wide receiver. Force this man out of Philly.
So
he does not belong. The pick is in. We're just waiting for it.
Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe the Ravens' need is on defense, and there is a lot of still. I mean, like I said, that kid out of FSU, man, he's going to do somebody right. He's going to do somebody right, and he probably does have that mentality the Ravens want. So,
wait, what? Oh, we traded. We made a trade.
Yeah, we moved up.
You guys are going to splash with a trade.
Why would you? Yeah. Why would you trade though? Like, there's not.
Here it is. Here it is.
Here it is.
Hold on, Pat. Pat, you're ahead of us.
I'm not watching. I'm just listening to you guys. I got nothing.
Pat, you're ahead of me.
He's got nothing.
I got nothing.
They're on the water. They're in Vegas. I won't say it until you see it, John.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's something that's going to help us ultimately.
That's everyone's hope. Yeah.
Yeah, really. I mean, like, I just
Davison, man. I wanted Davison.
He's already gone.
No, I know. I wanted him. I wanted Sauce. I wanted Thibodeaux.
Yeah.
We traded with the Texans.
Yeah, we made the trade up to 13.
Oh, my God. I would take that trade all day.
Why?
You see it? Dude, they gave up a 5th round and 2-6 to move up 3 spots.
No, we did.
Spots. Yeah.
We gave up those.
Yeah, that's a great trade.
To move up 2 spots. We were
about to be 15. 2-6.
So we got the 5th and 2-6, or they got the.
They did. Plus, we moved up 3 spots. They got our first, they got the 18th pick. Dude, whatever happens here, they got to love this guy.
So with the pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select.
I thought they traded the pick.
No, they got the 13th pick.
They moved
up to 13. They were 15. Make the pick, Adele. Come on. Us
You like
Eagles
how
fans.
Goodell surrounds himself
Malik
around
Willis.
kids?
Yeah, Willis.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'll
Come
freaking.
on. Come on.
If
Make
they
the
go
right
pick-
move.
If they go pick it, I swear.
Yeah, Goodell surrounds himself with children, veterans, handicapped kids. I don't like the
That's-
guy, clearly.
Jordan Davis.
Come
Yeah, let's go. That's a big pick right there.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis from Georgia. Let's go.
That's what we wanted. That's
that's
what we wanted.
That was number 99 on Georgia, the big dude, the biggest dude on the team.
Nah, like the monster. Yeah.
The monster.
Monster.
He's like
See
six.
See that guy in Midnight Green running after you, Daniel
Yeah.
Jones.
Yep.
I hope. And then we can go get Nakobe Dean second. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
Let's get it. Good pick. Good pick. Good pick. This dude's
I
a
like the
monster.
pick.
Who's
I
next
like
on the
it.
spot? The Ravens
6'6",
and Texans.
341.
Do you remember I'm the guy that told you that Georgia's a really good team and you're like, yeah, they're average? Yeah, you're talking to the guy who told you about this defense a long time ago.
I never said they were good. I was making an example about it.
He said they were average.
No, I did not.
You
I
never said they were
once
good?
said
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
what he
no,
did. He
no,
never
no,
said
no,
they were
no,
good.
no.
He never admitted that they were good. He never
that. No, I
said
did
it.
not. I never said that. I was making an example about
You
another
never
team.
said they were good?
Alright. Well, this is the John Sawyer show, so I'll talk to. I love having this button.
Give this man the buttons.
No, I was making a reference to, I forget who we were talking to. I think about Notre Dame, and I was like Georgia, they're a good football team, and you're like, good. I can't believe you said they're good. I
Bro,
can't
they were
believe
giving
it.
up 6.1 points per game.
I
That's
know
major.
that.
That's not good.
Crazy.
I was just making an example of good teams. He looks good in that hat. Good job, Jordan. I'm gonna buy your
Like
jersey.
John said, the SEC is not
Wait,
good.
hold on. Does he actually have a suit that fits, or is he just wearing like the first curtain he found in the Bellagio that can cover him?
He's damn much
Table-
of a beast.
He just broke Adele's back. Am I hugging him?
Oh, dude, you're ahead of me. I want to see good. Oh, yep. There goes the shoulder blade, man.
Ravens are on the clock,
Right.
man.
With that ring.
Popped it.
Did you see the ring?
Yeah.
I hit him with the ring. Ah!
Freaking monster, man.
So, all right. So, Ravens pick is in already. So,
Yeah, they're taking the kid out of Florida State.
yeah, easily. They have to have some sort of help.
You know the Ravens wanted Davis, though. That's why the Eagles moved up.
Yeah,
They
probably.
love their defensive
Yeah.
freaks, man.
Yeah, they definitely
That's a solid pick for the Eagles. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that's a solid pick because he can help Fletcher.
Let's just say he fell to the Ravens. You see Davis and Calais Campbell walk off a
Oh,
bus.
my
Give up,
goodness.
Give up. My God.
I mean,
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
monster.
that's a good. Louis Rick is happy with that pick. He's a former Philly guy. He used to be in the front office.
What are we doing, guys? We going till 15?
Yeah, we'll go to 15, and then we'll call it a quits. I mean, I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. You know, I know it's a long night. You know, we're going to be doing live, videos and reactions of each of the picks, 16 through 32, I believe. And then, definitely let us know what your thoughts are from your teams and everything like that. So, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is a big pick for the Ravens, in my opinion, and Houston. I think Houston's going to go quarterback here. I think this is where the quarterback.
Mills, man. Davis
Yeah.
Mills. He was the man last year. I think he gives him some time.
Give David Mills some time. He just needs another season or two to win 3 games.
Yeah, why not, man?
Appreciate the
Davis
support,
Long,
Mike. Mike didn't have to go to work. He just wanted to get off.
He was just sick of you. He was sick of you, and he didn't want to be in the building to hear 2 Eagles fans talking about how great the Eagles are.
Isn't it ironic that he got out just as we went on the board?
Just as the Eagles came up. I was going to say
Hey, guys, got to go to work. See ya.
He just
But
wanted to
if I'm
deflect
Malik,
your Fox reference, man. I totally agree and support his comment.
but if I'm Malik Willis, and let me ask you guys something. If I'm a quarterback in this type of draft, and Jamie, we made a point earlier about, if this is such a low draft because a lot of quarterbacks aren't. There's not an elite quarterback that you see that can go 1, 2, or 3, right? So, as a quarterback, are you that disappointed that you haven't gone yet? Like Malik Willis, he had a great pro day. He had a great combine, which we already had a conversation about if your combine is really good or it matters. But are you, Jamie? I'll have you go first. Do you feel like in a draft like this, as a quarterback, are you feeling really down? Because I feel like they keep going back to Malik Willis and saying, "Oh, look how down he is" and everything like that. So, are you really feeling down knowing that you're probably not going to go tonight?
Not at all. I mean, I kept saying the sad part about this is it's the one draft where you get to highlight kids who earn their payday as these are the best 10 players in the draft. Let's talk about them. And all they kept talking about was Pickett and Willis, and they couldn't stop. And why am I forgetting homeboy's name from Ole Miss right now?
Matt Corral.
Matt Corral. So they just kept talking about these three guys, and none of them will probably end up going in the first round. Maybe one goes in the first round. Instead of making it more focused on this draft being defensive-minded, or a lot of linemen are going to be taken early on because teams who are in that position are built to bring these guys in, and they'll make the impact the teams need. Look, these quarterbacks can't be disappointed. The only team I'm surprised that passed was Atlanta. I thought Atlanta was going to go ahead and take Willis because that to me is probably their biggest need right now. But maybe they don't see him as their future, and maybe they didn't want to gamble on it, and maybe they have their eyes set on another plan. Baker Mayfield, perhaps. Like, who knows what they're thinking here, because obviously they didn't like the kid good enough to risk the 8th pick on him.
Atlanta and Seattle, I'm surprised they both passed up on a prototypical quarterback like that.
Yeah.
So Kyle Hamilton, safety out of Notre Dame, just went. He's going to be a sleeper in a pick. This is a sleeper pick, in my opinion. He is elite. Next to Daxton Hill, definitely one of the top picks, in my opinion, top 20. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Michigan guy. I think Daxton Hill is going to make a team very, very happy. But like I said earlier, I think it's nice that ultimately, they get to go a little bit longer. They're going – I mean, he went to a Baltimore team that could be in the playoffs next year, could be a playmaker, is missing key components to stop teams. So really like that pick out of them. But if you're Houston, I mean, man, what,
John?
What's that?
I don't mean to fuck this explicit soliloquy. You see the trade that just happened?
No, I did not. I did not at all.
Announce it, Pat. Announce the trade.
Hollywood Brown traded to the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a shocker.
From Baltimore?
Yeah.
For what?
On the road to Arizona Cardinals.
For what?
Let's see.
So what does that mean? Are they going to cut AJ Green? Are they going to cut AJ?
I don't know what that means.
Well, AJ was only there on a 1-year deal.
Okay.
I can't believe they traded him, though. Lamar Jackson, that was one of his guys. It was Hollywood Brown.
Once again, that's a weird move. I guess they like you said, they like who they got last year in the draft. Mark Andrews is their number 1 guy, so they're just going to keep.
The Ravens traded Hollywood Brown and a number 100 pick to the Cardinals for the 23rd pick, so they got another pick coming up. Ravens.
They must really like someone. Maybe they have their eyes. Maybe they have their eyes on that kid from Arkansas. Maybe they think he's going to fall to them right there.
Oh, they're going to Burks?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. When does Dallas pick? What's Dallas's pick?
No one cares. Moving on.
But are they 24? Where are they?
Dallas doesn't have the first round.
No, they do.
Dallas is 24.
Right. So that's the screw over Dallas.
Okay.
Because Dallas wants him. So that's exactly what that move is right there. They're going to take
him. I mean, we got a pick coming up. We got a pick. We have a pick coming up here at 18. The Eagles do. So don't be
crazy move, man.
That's crazy.
All the moves.
But
Like,
I'm not
DK
shocked.
Metcalf,
I'm not shocked.
AJ Brown. I didn't see Hollywood Brown being traded.
I'm not shocked,
Especially
though.
given the fact that this team is not the team that can afford to give up their number one
A wide
receiver. That's the
receiver.
weird thing.
Yeah.
But I'm
But
not
we must
shocked.
believe
I'm
in
not
this
shocked
Berkman.
with the Cardinals move though, because this is a move to keep Kyler happy.
Yeah.
You know what?
You need it. This is a move to make him happy.
Explicit. Fuck Kyler.
Why?
He screwed you over in the Rams game. He gave up.
I mean,
Why are you trying to make this guy happy?
I can't say
man?
more than he gave up than the
I don't
Rams.
think he gave up. You guys both
dominated them, bro.
They
And the Rams
dominated.
dominated, but
Rams dominated
he
that
gave
line.
up. He made your head coach look
I wouldn't think he
terrible.
gave up, bro. Like I don't agree with that. Like I
Come
disagree with that.
on.
No, I mean,
that interception in the
bro,
end
if you
zone.
watch the first half, I mean, he's running around. When he gets set, when he does his 3-step drop from the shotgun, he's basically got Aaron Donald in his face. So he's basically scrambling. By the fourth quarter, he's been hit so many times and thrown to the ground and fallen all over the place. At the fourth quarter, and when you're down, I mean, man, like you're down.
No,
Like
he quit in the fourth quarter. At that point,
Agreed. I agree with that.
You're looking at the game in between the lines. The bench, everyone said he's so distant from the team, doesn't want to talk game plan, doesn't want to give morale. He gave up, man. This is a team that was 7-0. He gave up, man. Against a team that's in your own division. Get up.
But that's becoming Cliff's reputation as a head coach. Off to a hot start, and then those flames cool off quick.
Yeah.
It's not about how you start.
That trails back to college, man. That trails back to college.
Yep.
He's great in September, October. Nothing after that.
Well, that's why everyone gets so excited when a team starts going up. I mean, look at the Steelers 2 years ago, 11-0, and then lost their last 6.
Oh yeah, they're the worst.
And then lost to the Browns. It's crazy for me to think about like these teams, like when the Eagles start to get like and I know you and I talk about it every year since we were kids, and you'd be like, "This is the year," and I'm like, "I take it one game at a time, bro. I take it one game at a time."
Oh, you got it. You got it.
You got to take it one game at a time because ultimately now it's a 17-game season. Yeah. Now you can start 0-5 and still finish 12-5.
I thought you said the Texans were coming up next. Did the Commanders get the pick?
Yes. Commanders
so they traded that pick to the Commanders?
Who's that?
But that's what
I thought you said the Texans were on the clock after.
They just picked. They picked Trayon Green out of
Green?
Okay. Guard. Yeah.
Okay.
They just picked, yeah. And then we got the Commanders, Chargers, and then Eagles. So but yeah, no, I think it's been a great draft. I think this is all like pieces that can help the team in a totality. I don't think there's one guy that's going to, in my opinion, make the team a Super Bowl contending team right now. Yeah. But I think this is pieces and pieces that they can build upon across this draft. Everyone says this is a boring draft. I mean, Jamie, and you hate defensive games, so. You love an offensive shootout. No,
I don't hate. No. I don't hate defensive games.
All right, I'll take myself off.
I'm entertained by explosive offenses, but I do not hate
therapy with Pat.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Therapy with Pat. Hate's a strong word, John.
Hate is a strong word, John.
No, but I'm a defensive guy.
Stop the lie, though.
I play football and I was a defensive guy, so I'm always loving the defensive guys go first.
But nobody enjoys when there's 206 total yards of offense with 8 minutes to go in a game, like when the Ravens and the Steelers used to play their 3-6 or 1st-to-9 win games.
Yeah, right.
Years ago, right? Nobody really enjoys those type of games.
But we enjoyed those games, like in what was it, the LSU Alabama? What was it? Was it a national championship or was it the game before the national championship where they played each other? It was like 9-6.
Yeah.
That's the championship. I think that was a Honey Badger, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was
It was like
9-0 or something?
Georgia
9-0,
Yeah.
9-6, something like that.
Yeah.
That was a really good football game.
Of course you would say that.
It was a good football game, though. There was a lot of yards, though, in that game, though. It was a really good football game. I mean, I would say that, but I don't mind the touchdowns and and everything like that. But like, I like the defensive games where like the quarterback really like. Okay, for instance, when you guys got beat by the Saints, that was not a good game for me.
No,
like
that was a horrible nothing game.
That was just terrible football, like all around. I like
That
good
was
football.
also
Like
a primetime game too.
Exactly.
That's a highlighted
Exactly.
game.
Super Bowl champs at home, primetime game, and you guys
with
shut
Brady.
out.
The
Get
sad
out of
part
here.
was Brady was in the game at home. Like
Yeah.
that was the sad part.
Well, you also
Infamous
made
tablet-
Gardner Johnson a
infamous
star.
tablet crashing.
Right,
Of
exactly.
course, it's
So
the tablet's fault.
we'll get
You
to
made
the
Gardner
command.
Johnson a star, and that's the worst thing anyone ever wants to see.
What's that?
All right, so we'll
Gardner
do
Johnson for the Saints.
Ravens trade Marquise Brown for pick number 23. So the Ravens are going to get 23rd pick, like Pat said.
Crazy.
Um,
No one saw that coming. No one saw that coming.
Okay, so we're saying that no quarterbacks will be taken in the first round, right? We know Washington's not taking one. We know the Chargers aren't taking one.
I think one.
Hold
I
on.
think
But let's just go through the list, right? Where it might
Yeah.
happen. Washington's not taking a QB. The Chargers aren't. The Eagles won't. The Saints might pull the trigger, you think? So could it happen
Might be the
either
Saints.
19 or 20 between the Saints and Pittsburgh? Is that
I
what
think
we could see happen?
I think Pittsburgh
Pitt will not let Pickett fall that far.
Okay. So we know it's not going to be 21 because it's New England. It's not going to be Green Bay at 22. It's not going to be Arizona at 23. Not Dallas. Not Arizona.
Dobson from Penn State just went to the Commanders.
It's not going to be Ravens at 23. It's not going to be Dallas at 24. Not
Oh!
Buffalo at 25.
Oh,
What just happened?
I,
Trade?
Can
A
I
trade?
say it? Can
What
I say
happened? A
Yeah.
trade?
it? Talks are that AJ Brown will be traded to the Eagles.
What?
Talks.
For what, their
Talks
next
right
pick?
now.
For their
Yes.
next pick?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
So you know what that means? That means Tennessee's going to take Burks then. So Tennessee just moved up to undercut the Ravens.
Why would they though? Why would they? Or they go to quarterback.
I'll be
Tannehill
honest with
is
you.
in his 30s,
You're
man.
not discreet.
I'm excited, man. You can't blame me.
He said, oh, I don't want to spoil it. Well, you gotta say it right now. I thought we were gonna have to like message Laura. Like, I think Pat's having a stroke or something.
There's a
like,
lot of onomatopoeias.
It's a
I
big one.
apologize.
We're getting AJ.
What?
That would
I
be
mean,
huge.
it hasn't happened yet. So let's calm down.
Eagles
a
are
little
trading their first and third to the Titans for AJ Brown.
bit. Is it official? Official?
Wow.
Wow.
What?
That's huge.
What do you do? What do you do? Like, should I smash the helmet now or?
No, I mean we got a receiver.
You know, it's a nice helmet.
Yeah,
Washington
don't
to
smash.
Dotson.
Yes, and now the Chargers are picking, and Goodell's about to announce it.
They like the FSU defensive guys. Let's see if they take him. This kid's falling way too far down the draft there.
My God.
Zion Johnson, guard out of Boston College.
Safe pick.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, you're helping out Herbert there.
Yeah, he's being safe.
I like that. I mean, that's for like when you get to this point, it's like more like for teams like this, it's strategy. Who
They're
can help
loaded.
me?
Like they're loaded.
Loaded, bro.
I don't even know if they had a need at this point. They addressed every need.
And they trade the pick. Oh, it's official.
I made it official. Cinco Squad made it official.
Cinco
Cinco
squad, baby.
with no viewers.
We have one
And
lady.
I'm pretty sure people are going to make it to minute 133 of this live show.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Congrats, boys. That is. I told you the Eagles are going to make a splash. That's what they said earlier. The Eagles are going to make the biggest splash in the first round by far. You guys just turned the NFL world upside down with that pick.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. High five, Pat.
Air five.
Air fives.
Right. I won't smash it, but I'm going to wake the house up. Fuck Jalen Reagor. Explicit. Fuck Jalen Reagor. Explicit.
Explicit.
Dude, that changes the whole identity of the Philadelphia Eagles offense.
It does.
Does it not?
It really does.
That's DK Metcalf remorse. We got the next best thing.
Wow.
Yep. Now you just have to make sure he stays on the field.
AJ Brown?
Yep.
Well, like I said, like I said before, is when teams are playing good and playing good football. I'm not saying the Eagles are going to play good football with by getting AJ Brown. There's a lot of things that we need. It's a great asset to our team, to Devontae, to Dallas Goedert. He's a part of it, but when the teams are playing well, that's when you see the injuries kind of fade away because they're not on the field as much. They're clicking on all cylinders, like they're moving the ball. You saw it with your Buccaneers. Look how long Gronk stayed on the field for a whole season. It was pretty impressive, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But so when teams are clicking, it's injuries. I don't say it don't happen, but I think now you can temper it in that aspect. This is exactly what the Eagles needed.
Well, the more weapons you have is the less dependency you have on that individual having to be the person to be the one to make every big third down conversion. Or, even though Gronk was that role and has been that role for Tampa since he got there, Fournette's had a huge breakout year last year. Before Godwin got injured, Godwin might have been the best receiver in football last year before he went down, to be honest. His level of play was way up last year. Mike Evans is a touchdown machine. So, the more weapons you have is the less dependency on the individual to have to be the playmaker. So, we'll see how it works out for you guys. But I tell you what, your quarterback's a very happy man right now. He's a very happy man.
Howie is doing what he should have done. Howie is doing what he should have done with Carson. And I said this before, that he didn't surround Carson around a solid foot. He did at first, right? So for the Super Bowl run, he did. That was Carson's team. But after that, it just kind of went to the tank. You passed up on Metcalf. That was there for a guy that was okay. It was okay. And then you passed up on Jefferson, who was the clear-cut favorite. There was no anybody there. Jefferson was the guy on LSU.
100%.
Chase was the guy.
Yeah, I'm just shaking my head because it's like
you had two top receivers right there. That would, if Carson was still on the team, we probably would have went to a couple more Super Bowls if that's the case, because he has guys to throw to other than Ertz and let's say who was the older guy?
They did not do him any favors in the receiving corps.
No.
No, none.
You don't think Jalen's at that position? His competitive fire is way beyond that of where Wentz ever was. You don't think
he's a lot calmer. He's got a better sense in the head.
Yeah.
Carson panicked.
Yeah.
Where Hurts makes something out of nothing
because he could make the play with his
Carson
feet.
had the highlight plays. He had the highlight plays. He could spin out of Redskins. RP. We don't say the R word anymore. But he made plays where they collapse, where Hurts makes an even more positive play out of it. And Howie's finally, like John said, he's finally making the moves where he should have years ago. But I do think Hurts is a better player than Carson. We have as much knowledge now than we did 3 years ago, where he was MVP candidate and we went to the Super Bowl. You surround these guys with weapons, they're going to produce. They have to produce, or else you don't get a contract.
It's tough. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
Another receiver's coming off the board right here.
Who do you think, Burks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this has got. I mean,
You don't make that pick and not take someone like that if he's available.
that's surprising, and I'm surprising. I'm surprised that I'm surprised, but I'm also not surprised. I mean, all signs would have read to me saying that Debo was going to go get traded. And
Bro, Lynch is not. He's not a sucker to what might be. He is strong-headed with what he knows he has, which is why he didn't. He's also being very hesitant. Yes, Garoppolo's value dropped given the fact that he went into off-season surgery, but he's hesitant on any offer he got there because he wasn't getting anything close to what he wanted. So he's not just going to dump it. He's like, no, I know he's worth something. Give me what he's worth. He'll stick by his guns, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and this is a one and done for the Eagles to see if it works. Because after this year, this is a trial. Because AJ Brown's a free agent after this year. Yeah, I just looked at his contract.
Can I ask you guys a question right now? Who the hell are the Chiefs and Packers taking? All these wide receivers being gone.
I don't think they need a receiver.
Who are they taking?
The Packers do.
Packers might. Packers might get one, but I don't think they need.
They got the Chiefs back-to-back picks.
You got faith in TikTok Juju?
Juju?
I mean,
TikTok Juju?
I mean, I don't not have faith in them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's a bad pick. And then don't they have
Scanting?
And then they have Kelsey.
Yes.
So, like, I mean, I think as the Chiefs, where the Chiefs need help is secondary. I think that's where they need offensive line. I think their secondary is very weak. We saw it in the AFC Championship game, or no, not championship game, the AFC divisional game. But I don't know. I don't see a receiver being a necessity right now.
Like with your being taken. That's all I'm saying. Is I'm gonna take this bathroom break.
Okay. But I don't see it being an issue right now. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what I was going back to this. Wow, the stuff that I'm sorry, I'm watching a highlight of Deebo Samuel. It's just like they're comparing. I think
he's unreal. That's why, as a GM, you don't just say I'm done with him. You can't.
Yeah, I think you have to listen to him though. If he's telling you I don't want to be a hybrid. You listen to him and you understand his concerns.
It's not like they don't have depth at the running back position. To me, they have as much.
Or you go on and get one. This is a running back heavy. There's a lot of running backs in this draft that could come in and make a difference on San Francisco. Not immediately.
Yeah.
But I'm saying over time they could.
Yeah, San Francisco's winner to win is now. They need immediate impact. They have to address whatever they need the most and go get that because they're pretty stacked everywhere else, and it's not running back. It's not receiver, and it's not quarterback because they already gambled everything away on their quarterback of the future. So you look at the Rams game last year and you say, where could they have been better in that game? Yeah, and the defense did its job against Green Bay. The defense did its job against the Rams. The only way this team gets better is
quarterback.
If Trey can come in and be that guy, or if Garoppolo can give them one more year of magic and that's it,
I agree with you. I mean, I think
then his value is good enough to get rid of him because you won a Super Bowl or you went to a Super Bowl.
But I mean, we already saw kind of what Trey could do, and it was very shaky.
100%.
And it was very like, oh, well, this is what we get. It wasn't like Mahomes came in for Alex Smith and we're like, oh, this is what we're gonna get. It was all right. We're gonna stick Jimmy. We're gonna keep Jimmy and keep Jimmy happy.
Look, they would have made the announcement already if he went in and was electric.
The ACL injury would have done. I mean, no. That was last year's draft.
Yeah.
Last year's draft, he got drafted.
Yeah.
But they would. I mean, when Jimmy had minor injuries, he would have had the Kaepernick with Alex Smith.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that for a second. How bad do you feel for Alex Smith twice? Kaepernick, and it's not even like he was doing anything bad in Kansas City or in San Francisco. He was playing great football, but he had the what's his face, the Drew Bledsoe. I wouldn't say disease, but the Drew Bledsoe symptoms because Drew Bledsoe didn't do anything, and then Tom Brady comes in, and it's like, okay, I just lost my job. It's crazy.
The difference is one will manage the game well enough for you, but if you want to win a Super Bowl, for the last 4 years, it's been proven a game manager will not do the job. A game manager will not finish it off. That's old football. Nice. Get that brat in there. So a game manager it's a thing of the past, right? Like when Baltimore built that team around the best defense, one of the best defenses in NFL history, it didn't matter who was throwing the ball. It didn't matter. That's why they won with Hasselbeck. And then Tampa turns around 2 years later and wins with Brad Johnson, who probably completed 6 passes over 20 yards in that entire season, and they win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
So the Saints pick is in. Do they go quarterback here?
Malik Willis.
I think they got to go offensive line. Offensive line their defense is pretty stacked. I mean,
yeah, defense is stacked. You gotta go.
I mean, I don't think their defense needs to be touched. I mean, Jenkins did retire, I think, this year, right?
He really didn't make a difference anyway.
Nope.
He didn't make a difference, but I mean, leadership-wise, he did. That's a big leader.
That's all Cam's team.
What's that?
That's Cam's team.
Yeah, no, but leadership as in like a veteran player to be there to coach and kind of coach. Jenkins is a natural-born leader. We saw it on the Eagles. Like he's a
leader. Set the tone, man. He played special teams and defense. Didn't miss a snap.
And they were criticizing him doing that, like not playing as much as the last couple of years and stuff. I'm like, the dude gave all his life to the football, so I mean, give him a couple. I mean, he was mentoring a lot of these safeties, young players, and teaching them how to be.
I wasn't even mad when he went back to the Saints after winning a Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, me either.
We could have paid you. You went back to the team that drafted you. You have an alliance. That's huge. That doesn't happen a lot in sports world.
No. And, one of the things, we'll call it a quits here after the Saints pick. But, one of the things I always, respected about Malcolm Jenkins is he always played the game right. He always worked hard and everything like that. And let's be real. Hard work is going to outweigh talent at some point. At some point, these guys are not going to play at a high level. So it's the mental game, and it's going to be the hard work that you put into the game. And it's okay if you don't want to go 15 years, or even like Brady, 25 years. Oh, wow. Yep, they took Saints took Trevor Penning, offensive tackle out of Northern Iowa. So
you're building around Jameis, huh?
I think but you're just building for the next quarterback.
No, yeah.
I mean,
I got you.
That's what I was referring to earlier. Is like, yeah, you want Trevor Lawrence, but you're not ready for Trevor Lawrence type talent.
That seems like a pick you thought was going to be there and wasn't there, though.
Can we talk about the Suns and the? Let's go to basketball real quick. The Suns just. No, it went down to the wire. It was 115 to 109. I mean, the Suns beat the Pelicans in their series, but yeah. Okay. But it was a good game. It was like I think it was 109 or 105, 105 with like 2 minutes left. But your Suns moved on. Jamie,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, things look kind of scary for them. Going back to Phoenix, down 2-2. Chris Paul plays worst game of his probably playoff career. You're starting to question where the offense was going to come from. And then Cam come alive. Akers and Johnson had a heck of a game 5. Chris Paul closed that game out. So, I mean, you have someone of Chris Paul's caliber. I don't think you shut him down for 2 games in a row. And the Pelicans, their youth was on display in game 5. So,
Jamie, do you believe in the Scott Foster against Chris Paul playoff games scenarios?
Do I believe in it?
Yeah.
That every time he's reffing that Chris Paul can't win a game, that is as real as it gets in any sport right now.
Very evident
that he's winless against this guy when he's reffing a game in the playoffs.
Scott Foster game is the one that put Jason Tatum out of that game too.
Did he?
Yeah. It was his call.
It's great. Like he just goes after players. He's like, all right, I'm going to have to. Probably more impressive. Probably more impressive that everybody talked about Philly now just completely maybe drop in this series and they got to win in 7 and they go to Toronto and they win by 35 tonight.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah, flex your muscle. They got it.
That's nuts.
They had to.
Yeah, I know they had to.
As a Heat fan, I'm not as nervous as I am if I were to play Toronto.
Hey, but you know what though? You know, everybody's saying, "Oh, it might have been bad." Edmund called out James. James Harden had 22 points and 15 dimes tonight.
Look at. I mean,
15 assists.
At the end of the day, these players need to stop being soft, because at the end of the day, they need to. And it's not the players that are being soft. It's the media being soft. Ooh, he called them out.
Yeah,
he was playing like shit.
Yeah, he was.
He was playing like shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're a 40 million, and I was talking to Mike by this, and I was like getting really hot about it, because I was like, you're a $40 million player. You need to step up every night. End of story.
Yeah.
End of story. I don't care. Like,
James Harden probably looked at it as like, this is a first round series.
Yeah.
This is the amount of money they're getting paid to play, and you're sitting there taking games off. Look, you're allowed to have a bad game. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're just giving up. I mean,
it's the playoffs, man.
You're allowed.
The problem with having a bad game in the playoffs is that there's so much open criticism right through on every imaginable platform, and then every sports show is going to talk about, do you still have it?
Exactly.
And then unfortunately, your teammates are listening to that bogus talk. Like, unless you're the kind of team that's really cohesive, like the Suns are, and I'm not just saying that, but the Suns and Monty don't take it on. Like, yes, they're first in offensive efficiency with Booker and 27th without him.
Yeah.
So if you're going to listen to that, basically you're going to say, well, we're terrible. We can't do anything without Booker. So he's took that mentality of, hey, guys, we have to drown out that noise. We're the best team in the NBA. With or without Booker, we have to prove it. The problem with the 76ers is, and nobody's saying it, they are the one team people keep talking about. They're the one team left with no chemistry.
And it's hard to build chemistry with the last 20 games left to go in the season.
They're the one team left in the playoffs with no chemistry.
They had better chemistry, in my opinion, when Ben Simmons was on the team, in the sense of, now hold on, before he got traded.
Yeah.
Like, no, he wasn't on the team. I meant
because
before
the four of them played well together. Him, Seth.
No, not even Simmons.
Tobias and Joel played well together.
But I wasn't talking about Ben. I was talking about this year. Like, before they made that trade, the 76ers was actually playing good. Together. They were meshing good together. Mm-hmm. And then they went and made that trade. I was saying before the trade, not when Ben Simmons was on the floor. Right. I mean, they did play good together.
James Harden had one of the best offensive displays after the trade.
Yeah, he did.
On the Sixers.
Yep.
I mean,
only compared to James Harden when he slumped from the record.
So I
don't know.
Let me re-say what I had to say.
Finish my sausage.
You do that. So I'm not saying they can't have a bad scoring game, but you need to do other things that are going to help your team. If you're not going to score, and if you're not going to score, and you're not going to put out the big numbers that you're normally used to, then I need fighting for the ball. I need you diving on the floor. I need you getting rebounds. I need you forcing turnovers. I need you doing those type of stuff, because you know why? I'm paying you at that type of level to do everything and score. And if you're not going to score, fine. I get it. You're allowed to have bad nights. Michael Jordan had a bad night. Kobe had a bad night. LeBron's had a bad night. I get it. But I need you like Marcus Smart, diving on the floor. I need you like that type of guy, like Bam Adebayo, who's willing to put his body in the way for a charge, who's willing to do things like that. I can't sympathize with players who would say, like Ben Simmons. I don't have any sympathy for him to sit there and play out for a year and then say, I have back soreness. How do you have back soreness? You haven't done anything. You sat on the bench for the last year and a half.
That's why that when the body's not active, the body becomes inactive.
But how are you not active? That's my problem. You don't have a serious injury.
I get you.
You sat out for your own.
Bro, you're arguing with the choir here. I think all of us agree with the Ben Simmons syndrome. You don't.
And I'm not yelling at you guys. I'm just yelling in fact, because it's so for hardworking people like us to sit there and look at a guy that's getting paid $29 million to say, "Oh, I'm not in shape." How? How?
Dude, I just had this talk with my dad. I said, this guy who's being paid millions doesn't show up for one game in a whole basketball season, let alone your playoffs, because his back hurts. Bro, I'm 30. My back hurts. I go to work. I'm not making millions.
And then he files for grievance to try and claim his salary because he thinks he's owed his salary this year.
Exactly.
That's the crazy part.
That's like us three not going to work and then saying, our bosses, hey, I didn't go to work and I used all my PTO this year, but I didn't come to work for this past week. Can you give me my paycheck for this week? No, like that's not how business works.
You know what he's showing though? He's not just showing to the fans that he is not an NBA player to the championship caliber. He's showing other NBA players that he doesn't want to compete at the highest level. Correct. That says a lot more than to us fans.
And just as a side note, Pittsburgh did take the first quarterback off the board. They took Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh.
Called it.
With the hometown kid.
Let's see how Trey reacts. I think it's a great pick because you know why? They got Mitch Trubisky this year, and I'm not saying Trubisky's the guy. I'm saying
you should text Trey right. You should text Trey right now and tell him throw up a little story real quick. Instant reaction.
But he can sit behind
chewing on his leg. It's awesome.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, he's bored.
But he can come in, learn the system, and if we know anything about Mike Tomlin, he can develop a player, and he can teach a player. So he can sit this year, watch, and then maybe come in the last 4 or 5 games and see how he does with the offense. I don't think he's a player who needs to come in immediately. Let Mitch go in. Let Mitch play because Steelers aren't.
Mitch isn't the answer.
Exactly. No, of course not. Of course not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree with
you.
Here's
what he has going for him. He's a 4-year starter, right?
Correct.
He's the best thing that happened to that program since one named Dan Marino. No comparisons here if anybody's watching. But the kid already has the mind to play. I mean, he played in an NFL style system already. He has the tangibles, as they say. I think he's ready for the moment. I think if Trubisky doesn't work out after 6 games, and the Steelers are in that 2-4 range, or it's looking like things are going to be bad, and they might be 2-5. They're going to pull the plug on him. They'll give him the ball.
See what you got.
Check that out.
Hot take right here, though. I think Kenny Pickett is going to have the longest career in this NFL draft right now. Kenny Pickett will have the longest career.
Out of a quarterback or player? Just player in general?
Quarterback. Out of any quarterback pick this draft.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, if I'm Malik, I'm feeling a kind of way right now. It's looking like day 2.
Just a heads up, the Patriots traded their 21st pick to the Chiefs. So is this Burks? Is this Burks?
Yeah, it might be.
I think it's Burks.
Are you going to call it after this?
Yeah, we'll call it after this pick.
Okay.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. I know it's been a long show. Draft night's always tough. We'll be doing this for the NBA draft as well. That's a little shorter.
Are we?
Well, Pat's not.
You're here to hear first. It's the reaction with me.
We could just do it for the lottery picks for the NBA draft.
Pat, I'll buy you some hot dogs or sausages, whatever the heck you were eating. So
it was delicious, dude. I was smelling it for an hour. I was like, I have to have
one.
Well, Jamie and I are starving over here.
I apologize, guys.
I'm getting ready to get out of here. Get home and eat anything.
Jamie's usually making some great food when we're talking to him.
Yeah, that's post show.
It drives us nuts. It's like bing, 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 bing.
My drum line, my cooking drum line.
Yeah.
With some steel pan in there.
Hey, you make the counter turf work for you, man.
Well, Kenny Pickett's pretty emotional here, and
imagine, bro. I mean, you end up staying in Pitt. You could be the hometown hero again.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Kind of like James Conner.
Yep.
Or Hutchinson.
Yep.
Same round.
Yeah.
Love it, man. I like those storylines.
Me too. I like that. That's pretty cool. It's cool too because Tomlin's that's a really good pick for them. That's an awesome because he is I'm not saying he is, but he's kind of like similar play as Ben Roethlisberger when Ben Roethlisberger came in. he had the same type of mentality, size wise,
Yeah.
big arm, can run a little bit. Back when
Maybe
Ben could
size,
run.
yeah.
Yeah, so similar styles and not and now like kind of like he kind of sees that again.
But Big Ben coming out of Miami, Ohio, no one expected him to win.
No,
championships, but he did.
Yeah. I mean, this kid won. I mean, down a year, but he did win a conference championship. So
yeah, this is awesome. I mean, do you? I think they're going receiver here. Did Burks go already? I think he went already.
no,
I
the
thought
kid
he
from
did.
Penn State went. Tennessee took that kid from Penn State.
No, Burks is gone.
Yeah,
He's
Burks
out.
is gone.
Yeah,
He went to
Who do you go to?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I
yeah,
thought
right
Tennessee
after
took the
the
kid
trade.
from.
No.
they did take Burks. Yep.
All right, let's see.
I still can't get over the Eagles taking A.J. Brown. That was a trade, man.
Oh, and just to end here, you talking about AJ Brown on a 1-year extension? AJ gets a 4-year extension for $100 million, 57 guaranteed.
Call it.
From the Eagles.
Yep.
From the Eagles.
Yep.
Let's see.
Happened that quick. Thank you,
Wow.
Howie. Right your wrongs.
Wow, that's awesome.
Dude,
It's great pick.
he makes Jalen Reagor irrelevant. Get him out of the city. He's a trash guy. I would take Aguilar over Jalen Reagor. Boom.
Or won us the Super Bowl. he was a key.
He
component.
didn't win us the Super Bowl.
He didn't win us it. I'm saying he was a key part of the Super Bowl. That year he did play well.
He wasn't even
Yeah.
a key part. He was a part. He was in attendance.
He
had a
played
ticket.
well. He played well. He played well in that year though.
That year.
That's what I'm saying, but that was all that matters in my opinion.
But that's where I would take Nelson Aguilar over Jalen Reagor. Nelson Aguilar knew what he was doing.
Well,
wrong.
you definitely know we've been at this too long when we're forgetting who's being picked 3 picks ago. So
Yeah, really. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for tuning in. This has been a fun night. We still got Green Bay on the clock right now, but we're gonna call it quits.
KC's on the clock.
No, they just picked.
Who'd they pick?
They picked. Let's see,
McDuffie.
McDuffie out of I think it was Washington. Yeah, I thought it was.
Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Speaking of Huskies. Speaking of Huskies.
All right, boys. Well, great draft night. We'll everyone tune into our IG stories and our Facebook and YouTube. We'll be throwing up videos about the draft, our thoughts, everything like that. Boys, you got any last thoughts?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what Mr. Cinco has to say about that pick.
Kenny Pickett.
All right, boys.
Welcome AJ Brown to the brotherly love city.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's the splash of this first round by far.
Biggest storyline.
Yep.
All right, boys.
All
Have
right,
a great
fellas.
rest of your night.
Yep.
See you. Have
Thanks
a
for
good rest of
tuning
your
in.
draft.
You.
Squad.
Squad.